shit. Oh shit. What is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to the YouTube Saints, where casting is a bit like Harvey Weinstein, just always gentle and usually consensual. I am Post Malone without the talent, Jeff Holiday, and with me as always is my partner in grime.
PewDiePie without the money. Wizard of Oz. Hello.
Oh man, I am in such a good fucking mood tonight, man. How are you feeling?
I'm in. I'm doing the show. It's good.
Yeah, yes. Embrace the deep existential dread.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, it's goddamn. I mean, I don't know about everybody else. It's been like, it just seems like generally there's been a malaise about everyone around's like just everything sucks.
They're always like that.
No, they are, but sometimes we also have these good times and these feelings where it's like, oh, good times are rolling or whatever. Well, I'm kind of feeling optimistic. I think tonight's show is going to be the beginning of a fantastic week for all 311 people watching right now, and maybe me too.
Ooh, fantastic. You know what? I don't know what it is. I have just been in such a peppy, obnoxiously peppy mood, and I'm trying not to infect anybody with it. Is it
because you got to pick on Tara McCarthy?
Yes. No, I think that's exactly what it is. It's because I picked on a mouth-breathing otter with Down syndrome, and like wait. Okay, hang on. Sorry, hang on. Wait a minute.
Spicy.
I really must apologize for that crack. That's not very funny because honestly,
otters are awesome.
Otters are awesome, and if Tara McCarthy was standing next to me and she was on fire, and there was a person with Down syndrome in an apartment building, and I had to race up 7 flights, risking my life to save them, I would do that rather than piss on her to put her out. I think a person with Down syndrome has vastly more societal worth than that woman, so I apologize to the Down syndrome community.
I thought you were going to say something like, if she was standing there on fire in front of you, right, and there was a Down syndrome person who really wanted to play in the fire hydrant, you would swallow your pride and allow her to perhaps put the fire out so as to help the Down syndrome person play like a black child in a Bronx Tale?
No, that's not where I was going.
I mean, in my head, it sounded a little more concrete because that sounded like there was a lot of steps to it. But then as I went through the steps in this thing, I realized, no, that's a Stairmaster. That's not going anywhere. You just keep walking up steps.
I think people are gonna assume that I'm otterist now or something.
Fuck
otters. No, I like otters.
Oh, it's gonna be like all you need is for Mouthy Buddha to make a video defending otters. Then it'll be a problem.
I mean, otters are a bit rapey. They're a little rapey. A little bit, you know. I mean, nobody's perfect. Anyway,
so I'm told.
Moving on. This is getting spicy up in here. We have some news. We have some news, and we have a format, and the format is in full effect tonight. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but
a lot of it going around right now. I mean, not going around. We own all of it, but
yeah,
you can tell. It's kind of like when you're pulling up on a concert. You can tell it's a big deal. You're not inside yet. You don't get any of that fun, but you know it's there.
Mm-hmm. So of course we have to talk about Harvey Weinstein. Have to.
Stop writing about him.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live takes on Harvey Weinstein. Did you send this because you wanted you want to play the video on stream?
Yeah, the video looked fun, and we really can't we can't really be like, oh, I hope we don't get hit with a DMCA on this show.
Well, if those who don't know, Harvey Weinstein is rapey. He's been rapey for a long time. Now it's just kind of like out there that he's rapey.
Yeah, and for a little more clarification too, this isn't just like some big shot Hollywood producer. This is the big shot Hollywood producer. The Weinsteins, Bob and Harvey Weinstein, have been for a long time the most powerful men in Hollywood in many regards. In fact, if any of you out there are fans of the movie Boondock Saints, there's a really interesting documentary about the making of that, which shows you what an absolute piece of shit Troy Duffy is. But
sure.
when the Weinsteins optioned his script as a gift, right? As a gift to say, we're looking forward to making this movie with you and getting rich. They bought him the bar that he was working at and gave it to him as a gift.
Huh.
And he still shat on his relationship with him, and they buried Boondock Saints, which is, if you ever wonder why it was a cult classic but never a big hit, the Weinsteins made sure it never actually made it to theaters or anything.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
But yeah, we're
Man.
talking nearly billionaires who get whatever they want. And then all of a sudden we
Yeah.
discover one of them is raping Hollywood starlets from Color Me Surprised.
Imagine my shock. Yeah. So let's see. All credit to SNL and NBC. And hopefully they don't try and claim this.
Have one
Yeah,
meeting with
CNN,
Harvey,
you guys
okay? I
put
was
this together,
invited
so,
to his hotel room, and when I arrived,
we're not
he was
getting this
naked,
video monetized. Ooh,
hanging
kidding.
upside down from a monkey bar. Tried to trick me.
What is
into thinking his
monetization,
genitals-
Mommy? Well, it's something that your granddaddy used to enjoy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't hear this. Son of a bitch. Here, let me screen share so
Oh.
you can see it playing at least.
I thought you were
need
laughing
to.
at my jokes. That'll show me.
No, I know. Yeah, sorry. I need to figure out another way to patch in audio. I need to figure that out.
were actually his face.
Yeah, I mean, I did get a chance to watch this.
Their
before,
resemblance is uncanny.
It's funny, but oh my god, wait a second. Hang on, Jeff. Pause this for a second.
Yeah.
Hang on. Does this mean that it will inevitably now be said that SNL not empowers, but approves of rape jokes? That they enable rape jokes? This is a joke about a rapist. This is serious business. We can't tolerate this SNL shit anymore, all because like every beloved comic from Bill Murray up through that black girl from Ghostbusters has come out of there for some reason.
I mean, I used to like SNL, but then they got a little rapey.
Got a little rapey. I mean,
Got a little rapey.
SNL's rapey as fuck.
Son of a bitch. Trying to one-hand everything while I'm trying to pour my whiskey. Son of a bitch.
I'm down with what am I getting down with tonight? Let's see. This is Jacob's Creek. Ooh, Jacob's Creek, classic Shiraz Cabernet.
Okay.
2014.
2014.
So this is like, yeah, this has been sitting on a shelf unsold for a long time.
Okay. Well, anyway.
In case anyone was curious out in the crowd there.
Harvey Weinstein is awful. We should have listened to Courtney Love. That's the only time you will ever hear that coming out of my mouth. We should have listened to Courtney Love. Because she was trying to warn people about that shit. Back in, I don't know, just
5?
yeah, like over a decade ago, and she got blacklisted from Hollywood for it. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was, let's be honest, that was kind of an easy blacklist. If you're gonna blacklist Courtney Love, it's like, what are we gonna tell people? Well, what do you want to tell them? It doesn't really matter at this point, does it?
Nope. All right, so super chats. Egalitarian. First time I actually catches the show live from the beginning. Yeet cummies. Rhino says, Alexa, order a leaf spring for a 1972 Chevelle and a month's supply of Valtrex. Alexa's inside my house, man, so she's not going to hear that. Mouth of, but good try. Good try.
I'm just wondering what the fuck kind of order that is. It's like, is it just so that the processor at the Amazon shipping place has to look at this box going out and just, no, he's getting it all done at once, I guess.
I wonder if anybody watches this with speakers turned up, and they actually have it on. Alexa, Simon says Harvey Weinstein is a bit rapey.
Alexa, order me an ISIS flag. I don't know. Maybe we got a shut-in audience member with an Alexa who needs just some reason to have somebody knock on their door to remind them people are out there. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Hey. Otherwise, yeah, maybe somebody out there was actually like, shit, yeah, fuck it, if it shows up at my door.
Rel gech pecha gechab nira. Are you making me speak Klingon? Ranty Monkey, rape is just Harvey Weinstein's format. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Big Mike, love to see Nick on the street in Manch Vegas. Hope he's feeling... Oh, you ran into Big Mike? Uh
Oh,
oh. Skype is
and
Skype Skype is having a shit fit.
having a conniption.
Yeah, okay, it's back now. Big Mike says he ran into you at in Manch Vegas.
There we go. Actually, no. I run into Mike a number of times. Actually, it's been the weird thing is running into local fans, and I'm like, how in the fuck does this go out into the big open wide world, yet still come back here somehow?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Actually, I see Big Mike. Strange enough, I probably see Big Mike about like once or twice a month.
Oh, cool.
And,
He's a nice guy.
It's like, oh, he is, and he's a big guy. He's a tall dude.
Well, there's a reason why he's called Big Mike.
Doxed.
The Spectacular Wanderer.
Doxed.
I do believe I called this and got a laugh from Nick when I named the tragedy in Texas live during a previous YouTube Saints. Hashtag Hurricane Harvey Weinstein. That's true. Red Royals managed to catch you guys live once again and on time this week. Praise be to format. Be nice to Otters, Jeff. Comparing them to that ass is cruel. I know. I apologize deeply to the Otter community. JT Yearsley, everyone chant death at Jeff in the chat. He'll know what he needs to drink. Oh my god.
Oh, that.
Oh god.
Let's hold off on that maybe.
Hey, we gotta get through the news at least.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm thinking to myself, I must be like, we need to move on to this next news item, and I'm like, wait, hold off.
Staggerson Jags penis ass bitch. Okay. All right. And over in Streamlabs, which by the way, I have to remind everybody every week, if you don't want Google taking 30% of your fucking money, you can always use Streamlabs instead. We like to give you options to TK Mao. You guys should have the Beard Barian on for a Thirsty Thursday stream or drunk stream. That would be fun. He's a cool dude. Show him how shitlords, the barbarians of the internet, drink. Also, cummies, ree. Daka says, roses are red, violets are blue. By Allah, behave yourself. I'll give you a taste of my shoe. Breadmaster PBJ, can YouTube handle the sheer amount of fabulous hair in one stream? Time to find out. That's true. Sergeant Buck, Harvey Child Wild Weinstein. And Beth says, alone at work today, so I'm not going to get a chance to watch the whole thing, as I'll have to pause every 30 seconds. Enjoy the night, guys. Hey, you enjoy your night too, Beth.
And you know, in fairness to Beth, like most times,
oh god,
especially if it's like a menage a trois like this, I gotta stop every 30 seconds too.
Oh god,
otherwise it's over.
They're chanting for me to take a shot of the death. We're gonna get through.
You know what? No, hang on. You know, pour the shot of death, and then you'll take it after this next story, and it'll make even more sense.
Okay. So for those who don't know what the death is, this is Spiritus Zbigniew. It's Polish. It is flammable. It says flammable right on the bottle. 96% alcohol, 192 proof. You are a robot like a motherfucker. God. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Skype is fucking up on us bad. You know what I think? You know what I think I need to do?
Am I okay now?
Yeah, but I think I can't share screens with you. I think that might be what's fucking up your connection with it. Yeah.
That's okay.
That's probably what it is. Okay, well, I poured the shot of death.
Let's get to our next.
Let's get to our next article.
Yeah, we're gonna go to this next story. This next story. This is one of those dark ones, and I picked it today largely because in my thinking I couldn't help but realize like this is one of those times in which you say to yourself, I wonder how all over this the media will be. Now this did come through MSN, video by Reuters in Mogadishu, Somalia, lovely town this time of year. You know, the wood grain on the AKs just catches the light just right, no matter which way you're looking. But the most powerful bomb killed 276 people with around 300 injured, the country's information minister said early Monday, making it the deadliest single attack in this Horn of Africa nation. That's unnecessary. You should be ashamed of that writing. The toll was expected to rise. Oh no, it is. Sorry, I used to be an editor. In a tweet, Dirham Osman called the attack barbaric and said the countries, including Turkey and Kenya, had already offered to send medical aid. Hospitals were overwhelmed a day after a truck bomb targeted a crowded street near the government key government ministries, including Foreign Affairs. And as angry protesters gathered near the scene of the attack, Somalia's government blamed al-Shabaab for what it called a national disaster. However, Africa's deadly Islamic extremist group, which often targets high-profile areas of the capital, has yet to comment. So, unfortunately, this is one of those massive terrorist attacks, which will probably just get sort of ignored because it's in, well, Somalia, for one thing. And truck bombings are, I guess, commonplace there. But the very fact that, over 276 people were killed in this one truck bombing. And you're likely not going to hear too much about it. I thought it was worth bringing up. And with that being the case, I suppose, Jeff, maybe raise that shot of death to those poor bastards.
I will. I'm having to go through and nuke anything that might be using some of my throughput, because the technical issues that we're having, like, it seems to be pretty cleared up now. It seems to be cleared up quite a bit now. But yeah, it was absolutely driving me crazy, and we did have bad stream status there for a little bit, but I think I've gotten it cleared up now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely tragic. It's awful. Here, let's bring it back up. 276 people. Fuck, dude, I really don't want to take this fucking shot.
And this is Mogadishu, for those who might think that name sounds familiar. If you've ever seen Black Hawk Down, or you're familiar with that whole incident, this is the same town that happened in.
Right.
It's a little spicy.
Oh, god damn. This is such a bad idea. You know, I already ate hot wings, and now I've been drinking whiskey. Like, I'm just gonna bleed out my ass tomorrow.
Caleb Boer, gotta love those trucks a piece, $2. Thank you, bud. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of peace in that truck. Yeah,
oh god!
He'll be all right. Don't worry. You just give him a second. Drinks his monster. Couples his whatever it is.
I didn't want to do that. I hate you people. It's all your fault.
If anybody feels really bad, you go ahead and you just throw like a $30 or $40 Streamlabs at us, and I'll feel better about what Jeff's going through. There's nothing else. And let's be honest, there are times in our lives we need to just focus on number one, So
I gotta cool myself down.
Never let it be said though that YouTube saints, at least Jeff,
R.I.P. in peace,
something won't do something when a chant is erupts in the chat.
Oh god, the floor is looking really appealing right now, man.
You just gotta hold on. Trust me, I've done it enough times.
Okay, all right. Work through the pain. Oh,
so yeah,
fuck.
there's no joke. Honestly, there's no joke. There's no funny line. There's no clever clip. It's just a terrible thing happened in Mogadishu, Somalia, and it's important to recognize tragedies that occur in non-English speaking countries from time to time.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're gonna go from a truck bombing now. Jeff, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on from a massive truck bombing in Somalia. We're gonna move on now to actually a shooting in America. Except, well, this one, there was a shootout in a saloon in Tombstone, Arizona, in 2017.
Yes, there was.
As if history couldn't repeat itself any more thoroughly. Yeah. Now we have. So we have a man was wounded during a shooting at a Tombstone saloon, Tombstone, Arizona, according to the AP. Arizona authorities say a saloon shooting in the Old West town of Tombstone put one man in the hospital with a leg wound and another in jail. The Cochise County Sheriff's Office says that the shooting occurred in Doc Holliday's saloon when the two men struggled following a verbal altercation that also involved a woman and a third man. I hope that third man was dealing cards.
Yeah. Yeah, god damn it.
Sheriff spokeswoman Carol Kappa says the 47-year-old James Edward Robertson remains jailed on suspicion of aggravated assault and other crimes. Kappa says Robertson and his female companion surrendered their handguns to the bartender when they entered the saloon Friday, and that the struggle and shooting occurred after the couple retrieved their guns early Saturday morning.
Wow. Wait, so like I know that Tombstone is now like just a big tourist trap. It's a huge tourist trap. I've driven past it and whatnot, and it looked cheesy as fuck. But I guess you can actually go in there and like you have to give up your guns. I mean, because everybody goes there armed, I imagine, and like kind of live in Tombstone for the weekend, I guess. Like I'm wondering why they got into a shootout. Who was involved?
I just have to wonder if maybe this isn't like a whole, maybe because I mean we all know what fandoms can turn into, but you know, while we've all been paying attention to the Cuphead fandom and the Rick and Morty fandom, no one has had their eye on the Westworld fandom.
Oh,
I
that's
think
true.
it might be. I think these people are taking things to a new level. I think we're going to see a spate of sexual assaults happen throughout all of Arizona because everyone thinks it's just Westworld, and they assume that anything that they see that gives them some sort of tingling between their legs is in fact a robot. This is just how people work. We can't get around these sorts of aspects of our nature. And Now it's not immediately known whether Robertson has an attorney who would comment on his behalf. So it's not even like he was unavailable for comment. It's like we couldn't find a lawyer.
That's amazing. That's so fucking good, dude.
Tombstone was the site of the infamous 1881 gunfight at the OK Corral between lawmen and outlaws. It also was the home of Doc Holliday, a dentist who played a role in the shootout, and in is capitalized. This writer needs to be horribly embarrassed.
I know, dude. The writing in this is fucking awful. Fuck you, Associated Press. You're a horrible writer. Yeah, dude. I feel. I that one shot is starting to kick in. I'm starting to feel like fucking Val Kilmer in that scene. I got 2 guns, one for each of ya. Like oh my god. I don't know if you noticed, but while you're reading that, all I could manage to squeak out was like, "That's fucked up," or "Oh man." Oh yeah, that was like the I think I lost brain cells from that fucking shot. Jesus Christ.
You might have. I mean, well, it's pure gasoline, Jeff.
Fuck, man.
It's pure gasoline.
It is. Fuck. Okay.
So, well, that has been our news for this week.
Let's catch up on our. Let's catch up on our.
Yeah, we'll catch up on some money. We're gonna get just big money up in this bitch for a bit.
Yup. All right, sweet.
Whatever you're.
No, I can. I think I can read. Fuck. Hang on. Oh god, I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. I need to put on my glasses. These glasses don't have any glass in them, by the way. Let's see. Okay. Alan Poe 17. When you do watch the Orville, can you do episode reviews? Also, I'm a massive fan, Jeff. This is my first YouTube Saints show. Loving it so far. Hey, thanks so much, buddy. Usually, the YouTube Saints does not get interrupted by a shot of death that makes me completely fucking brain dead real quick. But I do want to watch the Orville.
Special occasion. We turned 30.
Yeah, we turned 30, so we have to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
30th episode.
And Jeff,
we haven't missed a week yet.
No, we haven't. In fact, well, it's funny because we say we've done 30 episodes. We've done 30 standard Sunday night episodes, and that's not counting the Amazon review show and the midweek streams we've done in between.
Right.
But still, 30 weeks of consistent show format, same every time. I mean, if this isn't the thing for the new generation me, I don't know what is. Hey guys, tune in for almost but not quite the same thing every time at the same week, and then get up for work tomorrow.
Somebody said these glasses make me look Asian. Hang on.
No,
all right,
there we go.
All right.
All right.
So
yeah, we gave up on monetization on this episode. I think at the top.
Long time ago.
Yeah,
Sequoia Nefarious says, got extra cash this month, had to share the love. Plus the thought of a giant nickel dildo is so satisfying. Nick, I want to pet your hair. Have either of you tried Kelbegan? I'll send some if not. I have tried it. It's very, very good. It's very nice. Have you checked
I've never tried.
Have you checked out Elevate? Elevate? I have not checked that out. I don't know what that is.
Sounds exotic.
That Indian dude Harvey, you need a roll. Ride my pole. Weinstein. That's good. That's really good. Caleb Bohr, gotta love those trucks of peace. Yeah, yeah.
Wait a second. Are we going to see a Harvey Weinstein Mike Pence video?
That'd be good. I'd be into that.
Yeah. If you want the role, ride my pole, Weinstein.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Ben Mills, what is your take on JQ? Also, cummies. Ugh, fuck. That's the topic of the week. Huh?
Yeah, I'm Jewish. I question myself routinely. I look. Well, sometimes, like, so I'll go off and I'll pull that, that one book no one would ever take off the shelf, and I'll go down into the basement through the secret stairwell, and I'll tune in and I'll look at how my stocks and all my banks and my entertainment companies are doing, and then I say to myself, is this really worth it just to destroy the white race?
I know, dude. Well, look, here's the thing. The whole fucking JQ is just it's a false flag. It's totally a false flag. What you really should be worried about is the MJQ, because you can't trust the Moon Jews. The Moon Jews, while they may be humble lizard farmers, that does not necessarily mean that they have your best interests at heart.
God,
they are moon-centric.
You already got to... Listen, you already went ahead and you put our fucking contract with Monsanto in jeopardy. Now you're going to just, try and run out the Moon Jews? What are we going to do after this? Go the Joe Rogan way and go get the fleshlight? Come on, Jeff. Think about the money here. We need the Moon Jew money.
Dude.
We can't give it up. Not yet. Maybe when, the Seventh-day Adventists from the dark side of the moon, maybe if they take over, things will be better, but we need to keep what we've got.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, JQ, though, honestly, let me say this is YouTube's resident Jew, apparently. When it comes... Can you think of another one? I can't.
Nick, explain Jewness to us. Do it. Do it
No,
now.
I'm going to explain why Mouthy Buddha was steelmanning, and all of you faggots out there who are just losing your shit calling him a Nazi are fucking retarded. The only reason he's entertaining this question is because it's a topic du jour that was raised by a bunch of cretins who coattailed their way into public discussion by way of us blazing a trail by opposing political correctness and censorship at every turn. Now they're here, and we've got to deal with their dumb ideas in the same way we had to deal with the dumb fuck ideas as before. But we didn't deal with those dumb fuck ideas by pretending they didn't exist and not actually examining what they were trying to argue in the first place. We did that by taking them on as thoroughly as we could, and then deconstructing them as thoroughly as we could, and having fun while we did it. Fucking relax.
Yeah, chill the fuck out. That Indian dude says, Harvey, you need a job? Slobber my knob. Weinstein, also good. Caleb Bohr says, at Jeff's bar. I think he meant the Tombstone thing. Yeah, dude. Not many people know this. Randy Monkey actually just did a movies you might have missed. I think that's what he titles them. I'm not sure. They're good. About Tombstone. That's my favorite movie of all time, is Tombstone. That's my shit. That is my fucking jam. Alan Poe 17. That saloon wasn't big. That saloon wasn't big enough for the two of them.
Well, I mean, have you seen what the average American tourist in the Southwest looks like? That's probably true.
Yeah, that's true. Chris Banks says, "Welcome to the Vape Nation, Jeff." That's right.
I haven't done that on
Erudite
Ironic.
Fuzz. Forget Fleshlight Nick. Call up Bad Dragon. Oh, Christ. No. And then over to Streamlabs, we got Melissa Rapp. Robo Nick still has a great voice. And Pocket says, have my Aussie funny monies. Check out 1958 by A Day to Remember. It starts out with a scene from the Boondock Saints. Thanks for the new Discord channels, by the way. Pinkies up for the Moon Jews. Hell yeah. That's what it's all about, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it's only really well done with a drink in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, god damn it. I don't...
You can take small sips, too.
I'm gonna have
I learned this recently. It's amazing. You can get all the flavor and feeling and not... Never mind. Everyone wants me to get hammered anyway.
Let's get real.
Yeah, I'm going to fill this glass back up.
Let's get real.
But while we get real, let's... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I get the guest, yeah. I was like, let's get real. Okay, yeah, let's just drink more. Oh, you mean the guest. Yeah, let's get the guest on.
Yeah.
We'll drink more.
And then we'll drink more.
It's got 7-Up, ladies and gentlemen.
Whew.
So... Oh, wait, that's right. I have to bring him in, don't I?
Yeah, I think you do. Somebody was saying, I'm not really worried about the moon Jews, I'm worried about the moon Zoroastrians. That's a good point.
Ah, here he comes. With his inferior hair.
It's gonna be a hair off, everybody.
Well, it's gonna end up. No, he and Magog are gonna end up teaming up because they're like, he thinks we're so inferior between my wizardry and your hair. And then, then it'll be a really embarrassing collab video.
It says it failed. You try and grab him again.
Welcome everyone to YouTube Saints, where Jeff periodically trusts me with some of the more technical aspects of this show, and we see what that gets him. Where'd you go? I don't even see him. I don't even. Oh my god! He's not even on my list anymore. I think he deleted himself from Skype and the internet entirely. I don't think we'll see any more videos out of that boy.
Well, we're just gonna chill out then until he pops back up on Skype.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Ooh. You're not getting the call. The fuck? Do you mean you're not getting the call? I'm making the call. No, I'm making the call. You should get it. Stop not getting that call. This is guest wrangling, man. This is why we have a division of labor in the way that we do. OBS is one thing.
Yeah, the real technical difficulties are in Skype.
Yep,
I mean, kind
of.
So OBS never fucks up on us. It's always Skype. Or human error. I fuck things up quite a bit.
Holy shit, what the goddamn hell is happening here, man?
Huh? Ooh? Huh?
Hello.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
sweet.
I'm almost tempted to tell you to still just fucking reboot Skype just for the fun of it.
Perfect.
This was all too easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the YouTube Saints. Hi, I think I'm real. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? What's up? It's so good to be here.
It is.
You big fan of the show then? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of your inferior hair. I'm a fan of Jeff's superior eyes.
Ooh,
sure.
Ooh. Hello.
red button on the Skype. It's one thing I love about Skype is it tells you the button tells someone to fuck right off. Right in the
Hey, to be fair, I do deserve it.
Yeah, I know, and also to be fair, like you heard about this show after you got a mild boost in your subs from us. I know it's YouTube. It can't be underestimated.
It stung a little bit.
It makes and breaks careers. Honestly, I regret ever mentioning John Oliver on this show. He wouldn't even have that HBO thing.
Oh fuck, he's dead.
I just made the mistake because I'd watched actually like Black Books and Faulty Towers, and then I heard him on the Daily Show one time, and I was just like, now there's an A quality class talent. I wonder if I have a problem.
I love your chat, guys. Your chat is fantastic.
Oh my god. There's like whole backstory shit that's starting to like build up from the show. Like 30 episodes in, now we have things like the mythical god of Zebro, the Moonju conspiracy, the humble lizard farmers.
Pinky's up for the moons.
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy. Hi, I think I'm fan service for the teenagers. Are you a teenager, G Money? You want to be a teenager with me?
Just call me Harvey.
Yeah, so I was gonna say on that note, it's like, well, speaking of Harvey Weinstein there.
Yeah, speaking of Harvey Weinstein.
The incarnation of Jimmy Savile here.
I swear to God.
This is going for the teenagers. Teenagers is code, but okay.
You know what? While you guys were doing the stream and I was working on finding a way to very seamlessly photo Stein's face for like a Harvey Einstein kind of a thing.
Ooh.
Just for fun. And I wanted to just put it out on Twitter, but I didn't get it done in time.
Harvey Einstein.
You know, the real challenge would have been shopping his face onto just Fat Albert, right? And then coming up with a pun for that one. Because I mean, initially you think, yeah, that sounds funny, and then you're like, what's the caption? God damn it!
I'm not saying that my project was a good project, or if there's even a good joke attached to it. I'm just saying that's what I was doing while I was waiting.
Oh, so you're saying you make optimal use of your time at every conceivable
Every
conceivable chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I could be working on a script for my next video. People are looking forward to it. I think I'm just going to Photoshop Harvey Weinstein
on Albert Einstein.
I'm gonna try and fix something real quick. Well, you guys hang out for a bit. I'm gonna try and actually do some back end support stuff for this real quick.
Hey, it wouldn't be YouTube Saints if Jeff didn't have to fix something.
Yeah, no. Now we can get into the real nitty gritty, the real important shit, the thing that's on everyone's mind. What kind of product do you use in your hair?
You know what? I
just turned into Milo there. I'm sorry.
What kind of product do you use in your hair?
Milo meets Ruben.
Well, look, I'm just letting you know now that that none of that matters because we're finally alone at last.
Yeah, now
this is part of the plan all along.
Yeah, guys, I didn't actually this part because it would really be upset. And at least from my half, you're really into this whole modern open thing where everyone just does whatever they want, and it felt more like it'd be time to just rip the Band-Aid off, man. So I'd like to introduce everyone to the new co-host of the YouTube Saints. Wait a second, hang on. Oh shit, that's right. Did you manage to get Ranting Monkey in Skype before this? I wanted you to introduce him.
Oh, well.
Oh, you thought. Oh. Oh God.
You son of a bitch.
I'm always doing this. My God. Oh God.
We're in front of 500 people, and you're gonna embarrass me like this.
Whopping 500 people. Well, listen. I mean, you know, they're sometimes you just say things in the heat of the moment. You know, I can't help. I was under the influence of a lot of absinthe that night, and listen, you don't have any right to hold any of that over my head. Okay?
Are you under the influence of a lot of absinthe tonight?
No, actually, you know, the funny thing is actually the inspiration for the show, at least, was a stream in which we were just fucking around. Jeff and I were just fucking around, and I had like half a bottle of wine, and then like 4 or 5 shots of like legit import absinthe.
Oh man!
And that was a level of pure fire I've never gotten back. That was like that was that chemical perfection, which is like this is somehow the perfect time to be live in front of 1,000 people.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was fun.
I can barely handle. I had 2 glasses of wine the other day, and I couldn't walk. I'm very lightweight.
Okay.
Very lightweight.
Okay. So in theory, what I just went and did was I grabbed a 50-foot network cable, unwound it from all the way around the goddamn living room, pulled it out, stretched it through, dragged it all the way under the door, and plugged it into here. So what I'm going to attempt to do now, should I pull the Wi-Fi dongle from this computer, and hopefully it'll stay connected through the link? What do you guys think?
Is this the most dramatic, like scene in YouTube Saints history?
No.
This
is the season finale.
It's the most dramatic scene in like tech support history. It's like, do I unplug it and plug it back in?
One man, one chance to pull the plug for the last time. This summer, Jeff Holiday is the IT man.
Something like that, I guess. I don't know.
That's good though.
Dude, you legit sound closer to the original movie guy than all the modern people do. Actually,
you know, it's too bad that they don't need that guy anymore, because I'd be doing that job instead of this shitty YouTube thing. Dude. I'd be doing.
I think my cat pissed somewhere where that fucking cord was. I hate this fucking cat. So I need to wash my hand too. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. This cat pissed.
So here's the central problem. Jeff currently controls the super chat, so I'm going to need to wrestle that away from him through a series of, hostile corporate takeover style things of social media. And then, once it's all settled, Ranting Monkey will be a great co-host. So, you've been a great friend to support me through this particular breakup. Thank you.
Well, that's just what I do. Hey, so, I mean... Well, that's fine, though. I mean, if it's for the best for the show, and I would only want the best for the show.
It's fucked up. He legit like he had like he was doing. I had no idea this entire thing was being run on like Wi-Fi this entire time.
Yeah.
For the last 28 shows,
The last 20 years, he's been running this
28
show.
shows. It was on Wi-Fi. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's totally on Wi-Fi.
And an
Bailey,
Ethernet cable in there, and then for some reason, like the electromagnetics in Jeff's garage became just like the Isle of Genosha from X-Men, where nothing worked.
Yeah, no, it seems to be fine now. It seems to be great.
Just watch a lot of movies.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I can be part of the show again. Hi, guys. Hi,
Can
everybody.
you though, Jeff?
Huh?
Listen, there's been talk, Jeff, and well, we'll talk about it after the show. You just keep stepping out on us like this. If it's not technical issues, it's drunken peasants.
Am I getting fired? Am I getting fired?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
There was a vote from the corporate board, and
Yeah,
he's elected to move forward in a direction.
listen, this was
Corporate
why
board's
I
a
was
bunch of
kind of
fucking
concerned
moon
about.
Jews.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you put an IPO on the market. And all of,
Yeah.
You see that? We're hitting all the marks, all the quotas. It's good.
Shitty Harvey Weinstein pun right off the bat.
Dude. Okay. So I just yanked the
A whole bunch of pieces.
tugged it right out.
Terry Crews.
Cruz versus Cruz.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Carnival
That's
Cruise,
as funny as I'm gonna get tonight. It's all downhill from here.
Okay.
So I apologize.
That's all right. I mean, we kind of like Jeff's already got his glasses on 2 or 3 times.
Dude, it's what happens when you make me drink that Polish grain alcohol. Shit gets fucking weird. Blame JT Yearsley. It's all his fucking fault.
Once again, we come to one of these points in which people think that I am the drunk and Jeff is the savage, and we're trying to prove y'all wrong, but we can only do so much.
Mm-hmm. It's true. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm so discombobulated. You should have seen
Well,
me
at
like
this point-
fucked up on that grain alcohol trying to pull that cord. I was like stumbling around like a fucking idiot. Oh, it was great. Awesome.
Yeah, this night's kind of like everything's coming up Jeffrey tits tonight, isn't it?
It is. It is. It really is. Everything is.
Although I will say, I really do think you ought to go with the small rim glasses over your eyes, and then just let the big ones cascade along your head. It'll
Just
give
wear
you
contacts. Like wear contacts in your eyes. Just have
like you don't need to
glasses.
wear that many glasses, dude. You know they have laser surgery and shit, right?
You know, I used to be such a fucking loser in middle school that I used to wear like 6 watches. I was one of those kids.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Was
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
it's
them
just like-
was one of them a calculator watch?
No, but they were all set to different time zones because I thought that was cool.
I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of.
I don't know where in my life I reached this crossroads where I could have become like fat weeboo neckbeard MGTOW, but I ended up going the other way where I'm like making your chat question its sexuality. So I'm glad I went this way.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I used to be that kid. I used to like instead of like playing like soccer in the playground, I would like play Yu-Gi-Oh in the library.
Instead of going for like the obviously gay sport, I just went for the obviously gay non-sport and just ran with it.
And then the worst part too is that I was like the best.
Have you now or have you ever run with your arms behind your back?
Yeah, that's how that happened. I hate to admit it, but that happened. Yeah, Naruto was.
I am so
Like-
sorry to our audience. I want to just take this moment to apologize. I did not know we were inviting a weeb on. These people are they disguise themselves and they walk amongst us.
Most of our fans are weebs.
I know. Yeah, I'm the one trying to convince you to watch Cowboy Bebop. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
Hey,
seen Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't even seen Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen. I'm not. I was just into Naruto.
I'm not into anime. I'm just into
Yeah.
the gay stuff.
I watched Fooly Cooly and I thought that was great, and then everything else couldn't measure up to that. and I was just kinda
No, that's another one I've been trying to push him on. Fooly Cooly is
Oh.
truly it's just a work of art.
Jeff, you
it's
can
just-
watch Fooly Cooly in an evening. You can watch the whole thing in like 2 hours.
I guess I'll get. I guess I'll finally watch Fooly Cooly. I suppose.
It's the best like coming of age story, like in a weird way. I don't know. It's so abstract, but it sort of encapsulates the experience of being like a 12-year-old angsty kid, and you're just so angry at the world and you don't understand why, and the girls are so frustrating, and it's like it just gets it. It gets it, man. It's like
that's pretty much me now.
There you go. You gotta watch
I'll
this.
probably like it. Yeah.
No comment.
I took a far left turn from the anime. Like when I was very young, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not being this guy. How do I become cool? And then
you just watch heavy metal a bunch, and you're like, there we go.
Started listening to Coldplay and
my first car was a Subaru Outback.
yeah.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Yeah, no, I was into anime for a really long time. Mostly because my older brother was. Before I realized he was an immense piece of shit, and I became estranged from him. But the last one that I was really big into was Neon Genesis Evangelion. I was really super big into that. Even going so far as to spend $50 to order a fan-subbed VHS of the movie because it hadn't come out in the States for years. And like I was super big into it. One of the things that made me realize that I really didn't want to have anything to do with anime culture anymore was my biological brother, because he got so into Evangelion. He got into it like in a really creepy kind of way. He had like his FAP wall, you know. He'd have like he'd have you know the pictures of like bikini babes or this or that, the things that he would spank it to, and like right in the middle of it he hung a fucking wall scroll of Shinji from Evangelion.
Hold on, let me look this up.
The boy.
Oh no.
The young boy. Yeah, the young boy. And I was just kind of like, you know what? I don't think we're hanging out for a while, man.
He's also incredibly generic looking. He's got no chin.
He's like Leafy.
Oh!
Oh my god! All right, so because we're going, so we've now established that Jeff's biological brother spanks it to a fan art drawing of Leafy. I hope one day I can achieve that level of sexual prowess. So just gonna send a stick figure drawing to somebody else. I'm like, is this like my animation of Wizard of Oz? Oh my gosh! Click that mouse button, girl. I hope.
Little do you guys know, behind the camera, I have a gigantic sort of mural of a bunch of anime, babes, and in the middle, picture Harvey Weinstein.
You got jokes? Okay.
Oh shit! He's gonna be our new Bill Cosby. Before it was just make cracks about Bill Cosby. Now it's gonna be Harvey Weinstein.
Tell me that's white, not white supremacy in action. I mean, like, blacks finally had a famous rapist, and oh no, here comes some white Jew guy to take that throne from him too.
Takes everything from the people of color.
Honestly, next thing you know, John Cena is gonna murder his wife and her boyfriend just because OJ is still a thing.
Oh my god, when the fucking, okay, now the thing that happened in Vegas was fucking awful, but was so interesting was the day that it happened was the day that OJ Simpson got out of prison. So there was a bunch of people
that he wouldn't rest until he found the real shooter.
And it was so funny because you had a bunch of these people on the internet posting the fucking clips of there's an active shooting in Las Vegas before we even knew what the fuck was going on, and it was just with the juice is loose. And I admit I laughed my ass off at that for a minute, and then you realize what happened. You're like,
Full circle. Full circle. The Weinstein Company produces the film of O.J. Simpson hunting down the Las Vegas shooter. Ooh. That's a movie that I want to see.
Yeah, it's starring Cuba Gooding Jr. again for some reason.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is the juice.
No, it'd be funny if they got iced tea. That way they could just say like iced tea is the juice, and you'd be like, that's not correct on a lot of levels.
I'm trying to think of like my best iced tea impression, and I don't think that I could do it.
You have an iced tea impression?
No, I'm just like I just feel he's got such a distinct like cadence that I feel like it's easy to probably imitate. But now that I'm like on the precipice of imitating it, I can't do it without like sounding overtly offensive. Like all of a sudden, I'm just like gonna regress into like a really terrible
like
stereotype.
My name is Low Dog. I run heaven. That kind of shit.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, I mean, I think about it, and anytime I want to impersonate any black guy, I just turn into Soulja Boy. I don't get it.
Can I tell you guys something devastating about Soulja Boy and why I'll always hate him, even though I only know of that one
You
song.
have a special reason of your own for that?
I have a special reason to my own. So I attended a particular high school. It was pretty janky. In my last year, I attended like this really wonderful high school for 3 years, and then I moved out of state, and I came to this high school, and I was part of the prom court, right? So I was in the running for prom king at this high school, and I didn't win. But that's
Probably
okay.
your watches.
I'm not bitter about that at all.
It's probably all your watches.
It was all 6 watches of mine. Hey baby, you want to know what time it is in South Korea? but we're closing up on the end of the night at my prom. It's this beautiful prom. We got this beautiful like venue, and this fantastic. I'm having a great time. And it's like 9:58, right? It's last song time, and we're expecting a slow dance, and all you hear is dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun
God.
dun dun dun. Ring with the Soulja Boy, ring! And everybody's doing this for the last song, and we're just like, what the fuck is going on? I wanted Celine Dion. I wanted Whitney Houston. I wanted something special. But now for the rest of my life, my senior prom is crowned by the fact that I had to listen to Soulja Boy as I walked out into the street, away from like the final moments of youth that I had left. That fleeting moment has now been punctuated by this.
You want a slow song. You want a, this is the last chance before this is over to touch my penis song. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I wanted to see a moment of love. Ugh,
I'm going to give you some notes here. Yeah. Give you some notes. You had what sounded like a fucking brilliant stand-up style joke going on there. And then you depressed the fuck out of me with it at the end.
I was telling you I was upset. I have a special reason for hating this guy. I'm not telling you this. This is a great story.
You just rewrite it so you can go to like you go to the stand-up open mic night. And you rewrite it so it's like at the end it's like, and so now my memory of that wonderful special night that all of those 80s films got me ready for was dancing with my girl like ding ding ding.
It's this.
Ding, ding.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like you had a great set. It's for 45-minute set. Everybody loves you. You're doing great, and then at the end of it, you just look out into the audience. And now my mother and I'll never speak again. Good night. You walk stage right, and turns out you have to walk out stage left, and it's just awkward.
Man, I used to feel as a weirdo who grew up in the Columbine era that like my high school experience was bad, but that story right there, I didn't even go to prom, but it's just like that oh god, how our species will continue. I'm not even sure.
Can I tell you a story that might make you actually laugh? A good story with a high point.
Please.
Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come back ultimately to like the first time I really fell in love when she left me, she said, "If it hurts, dab on the haters." And then
and now my foot is turned inward forever, and I'll never be able to walk again. I'm like Kevin Spacey in that movie, and the twist at the end. But
it's like I could walk all along.
Yeah.
It's sort of like My Left Foot if it was written by Stanley Kubrick.
Okay. So I went to go see the premiere of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, right? The big one, the last one. The one where all the weebs that couldn't get into the anime club went to because it's much more welcoming or whatever.
You're talking about the founding members of municipal Quidditch leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a whole family that came to the theater in cosplay as the Weasleys, in character as the Weasleys. They had a Fred, they had a George, they had a Ginny, they had everybody,
Wow.
and they were all in character as the Weasleys. It was incredible. But well, it was actually kind of uncomfortable. But
I'm just glad to know the psychiatrists. It's like if you're in school for psych right now, don't worry. That's a recession-proof market.
I
can tell.
Absolutely. Well, you have to suddenly take care of a whole generation of people that think that Hogwarts is a real place.
It's not just Scotland, and you don't want to go to Scotland.
It's like, Mom, I caught an envelope in the mail. It's like, son, we're from Massachusetts. We don't speak that way. I'm a real wizard.
Jimmy,
Okay.
why are you? Listen, aside from you talking that way, this is why I tell you don't click on those banner ads. Why are you giving our address out? You're 17. You should know better.
I'm almost legal. I'm
almost practice as my own wizard, Mum.
I'm at the Los Angeles Union Station, right? If you've ever been there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm getting off the train, and it's completely empty. It's it's Thursday night. It's the evening before the premiere of this big film, and I'm walking and I'm reading Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, right? It's a 1,200-page gigantic novel, and it says on the front in English, it says Atlas Shrugged, right? It's important to know. And so I'm walking and I'm wearing a Coca-Cola shirt, so I think I might look a little bit like a tourist, maybe, I don't know. But I'm walking through and I'm completely isolated in this hallway, and then suddenly from behind me I hear, "Hey kid," and I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ, it's probably some homeless vagrant. I don't want to buy some magic. I have somewhere to be, right?" And so I keep walking and I just pretend I don't hear him. He's like, hey kid. And I'm like, shit, okay, just keep walking. And then he finally says, "Hey, kid with the red shirt." And it's like, shit, okay, I guess I have to turn around now. So I turn around, and it looks like Nick after 4 shots of absinthe. He's just the most incredibly insane-looking person I've ever seen in my life. The dude has but it's worse because the dude has I remember distinctly he had like patches of skin where I feel like he hadn't cleaned in so long that it was like dirt caked onto his flesh. It was really
Emma Watson kiss me on the cheek, boy. I ain't cleaning that.
It's one of the most disconcerting things I've ever seen. But he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey kid, you got like $1.75. I need a ticket. I gotta get out of here." And I look at him with this deer in the headlights look, and I say, "Désolé, je ne sais pas parler l'anglais. Je suis français. Désolé." And he is so dumbfounded that I had to answer that way. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he leaves. And I can't believe that worked. Oh, so it's only ever worked the one time, but hey, there's a good story for you. That's a happy story.
Kind of hard to get away with. Well, I don't know. Actually, I could see you. You could probably get away with like no hablo inglés, señor.
No, but like when I speak Spanish, it's LA, so I mean like it's.
Oh yeah, no. Then all of a sudden
Mexico, so
they
I can't
better Spanish than you have at.
Yeah. My
terrible
Sifu back in the day, when I was studying Wing Chun, a great fucking dude, awesome fucking guy. He sat me down for a little bit of context. He sat me down at one point when I first started learning from him, and he said, "Look, if I ever find out that you got into a fight." And you didn't first try and talk your way out of it or just leave the situation before you ended up having to hurt somebody, I'll beat the shit out of you. And I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, all right, cool. No, I understand and respect Sifu. I get it. And he was like, all right, here's a tactic to try and get out of having to hurt somebody, to having to be into a fight. People don't want to touch crazy. They are terribly afraid of fucking crazy. So if somebody starts trying to get all up in your shit and they're trying to pick a fight with you, one of the best things you can do is just start like twitching uncontrollably and start talking about really weird random shit like the moon, the Jews, they're fucking coming, man. All the lizard farmers are gonna be coming up here and shit. Yeah. And just start randomly babbling weird things and uncontrollably shuddering, and people will leave you alone. Nobody wants to punch a crazy person because they instinctively think that they're gonna catch it. So that's one of the best ways to do it. Just act like a fucking nutter.
I have a similar strategy, and I've done this before. Where I was in a heated situation in public. And this guy was coming up at me, and he was like, trying to, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to do this? And what I find is like these overtly like machista men. Right. I mean, there's something to the idea that masculinity is somewhat fragile. And so I'll give this one to the feminists, not in the way that they say, but men don't like being flirted on by other men, especially by pretty men.
That's
so
true.
what I always do, if somebody ever comes up to me in public and they're like, oh, hey, whatever, you want to fight? I'm like, oh yeah, you think you're so cool? You think you're so cool? You think you're a cool guy? Why don't you show me your dick if it's so cool? Show me your dick. You think you're a cool guy? You're cool. You want to fight? Why don't you kiss me, baby? They can't take it. They can't. But it's
Just
not even,
instead of like peeling your shirt off, the first thing you do is you just start undoing your belt. Like,
Just like-
oh, you think you're tough? You think you're hard? Huh?
yeah.
Is that what you're telling me? You think you're fucking hard?
Ooh.
Huh?
Yeah. No,
I'll
tell
show
me
you fucking
tell me more
hard,
about how
boy.
you're gonna beat my
Where you
ass.
going?
Oh, God, come on.
Where you
Fuck.
going?
Just lick your lips a little bit. Just bite your lips. Just like, oh yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna- you're gonna hurt
And
me.
they have no idea what to do. They have no idea what to do.
Fucking hurt me, daddy.
Don't tease me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fuck, man. If it works, it works. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah, to get you out of a fight, and hey, maybe it gets you dinner. Who knows?
Mhm.
But see, I've got
Be like,
one
what
of
the
these
fuck?
things-
What the?
It's probably gonna get me killed.
You just be like, party boy?
Oh yeah. There's a great.
Yeah, party. Let me put my belt back together. But yeah, what do you got in mind?
I do have a guilty pleasure of fight videos or like street fights, that kind of thing. 30-second fights on Twitter, fun stuff like that. But because of them, I found this one prank that people did where these muscle-headed Chad bro guys with really good senses of humor went to the hood and basically would like try and front up against somebody and try and get them to fight them. And as soon as they were like, all right, cuz, you want to throw hands? Let's fucking do this. And then they like pull their pants down, pull their shirt off, and they're wearing the fucking like Borat fucking sling
Onesie.
banana hammock thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen that shit. That's my favorite. They run.
It's
They
so
run
good.
so fast.
They run. Even
It's-
this,
well,
there
it's-
was this one
I-
dude. He was like
I love how they
6'6",
pause.
big brutal guy. He actually already cracked the guy in the jaw. Like as he started taking his shit off, he like bam, and he's like, "Oh yeah, woo woo woo," and that big motherfucker's like, "Hell no! Oh hell no!" and ran away.
Yeah, dude.
I love the ones who stop though. They're like, oh. And then they go running away. They're like, "What the fuck just happened? Did that actually just happen? Oh, that did happen." Okay, yeah. Let's fucking. It's time to go. This is too weird for me.
Yeah, dude. That's always worked for me. And yeah, so I'm gonna stick to it until it gets me killed, because then I won't have any other choice.
That's too good. I think there might be some questions for you in Super Chat. Let's check.
Ooh.
This is your time to chat if you have not gotten a chance to. That's a little sneak peek of what we're gonna be doing next. Ignore that. Let's burn
This
through
is
some
your
of these.
time to chat.
Time.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's see. Alan Poe 17. Are either of you a fan of the band Ghost? I don't really know Ghost. Does anybody?
Oh my god, that's so weird. I was just talking about them last night with my cousins. Some of my cousins are fans, and they were telling me about how cool they are. Haven't heard their music, but it's just kind of a weird coincidence that you'd bring that up.
Yeah. I haven't checked them out. I'll have to check them out myself.
I think they're and okay, because if we got metal people in the community, they're gonna kick my ass. I don't remember if they're black metal or death metal. I know there's a big difference. I know. I'm sorry that I don't know the subgenres, but Jesus, it's one of those two. It's like one of those two.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the differences either, honestly. Rhino says, "Hi, I think I'm Flock of Seagulls."
Oh wow, yeah, wow, man! I don't think I've ever heard of that one before.
weird.
Jeez, that's it's wholly and completely unique. Really, truly, very truly.
Next thing you know, people are gonna say I look like the lead singer of Korn. It'd be weird if that happened. Jared,
I'm way prettier
Hey,
than
listen, I understand how bad that could be. Listen, from time to time, people tell me like I sound like Johnny Depp, and my God, I mean, yeah, I feel your pain, guys. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that, but I think that you're obviously more agreeable than that dude. Wife.
No. If I had his kind of money, I'd probably be in his kind of debt. So agreeable? No, I think he's a bit more agreeable than I am.
I don't know, man. I like you a little more than Johnny Depp. Just take
Same.
that.
Oh yeah, it's just I
Same.
wouldn't go buying other people private islands. I'd be like, no, I'm just gonna buy myself more islands.
I'm not a fan of the Depster. I really am not. Jeremy Freeman says,
No,
if
me neither.
Nick is a Jewish Kekistani, is he a Kekistani?
What?
Only if you're racist.
JT Earsley says, your suffering amuses me, Jeffrey. Yes, I know it does. God damn it. Jables Boogly, I had a dream about a midget. It was nice. Hey. It's because of all
Hey,
that
man, all power to you.
It's because of all that cocaine that you do, man. That's why. Every time
Was
I've
it
done
a-
cocaine,
was-
I dream of midgets too.
Was
How
it
do you even-
about the midget though, or was it featuring the midget? Because I think featuring the midget would be far more interesting.
And
If
was
it's about
was,
the midget, you're just
was-
chasing it around.
or what if he was the midget, like sort of a Shutter Island, sort of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God, that
All
was a
along.
good movie.
Finally got a chance to actually like,
Yeah.
finally
Let's get
actually got
the-
a chance to experience that
Guys.
short life.
Get the Harvey Weinstein company on the phone and get Peter Dinklage on the phone. We have a great movie idea right now.
It's just, I just hope Peter is acclimating to Harvey's ideas about the way things should go and how fast and for how long.
Connor Moritz says Real is one of the best and underrated YouTubers in the community. Also, he likes Nujabes.
I love Nujabes, man. He's this dead DJ from Japan. Rest in peace, Nujabes. He died in a car accident in like 2011. But he did the soundtrack for Samurai Champloo. So there's some anime.
Oh, that was really good
Oh.
fucking music.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so you know that really badass intro for the anime, the with the piano, the weird abstract piano.
It was like a. It wasn't Wu-Tang, but it sounded like Wu-Tang.
Well, the dude that does the raps for that, I think is called Shing02. I could be wrong about that, but he guest stars on a bunch of his music. They have like a series of songs called Lovesick, and they have like 6 different parts, and he does all the raps for that. It's so good. You guys
Actually,
have to-
Jeff, have you seen Samurai Champloo?
I've
Oh,
seen.
it's the
I've seen. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but I have seen some Samurai Champloo.
Okay,
It's really good.
No, I don't know. Samurai Champloo. It's actually like voiced by many of the same people as Bebop, and it's a bit more of like an upbeat version of
This
Bebop.
episode is really challenging my position as anti-weeb.
Do we got weeb fans? We got furry
Yeah.
fans. Do we got to get used?
we got furries in the audience. Damn, dude, I want to sit down and talk with them one day. I need to understand
They're
that.
fascinating people.
Yeah.
They're
You know,
very
you
sweet.
know what's gonna happen though. You're gonna turn into the mouthy Buddha of the furrydom thing.
Oh my
It's gonna
God.
be like he's a furry enabler.
I'm already appropriating his style completely.
He thinks these fucking degenerates are okay.
I'm basically stealing his channel. I'm gonna just
But we have
convince
to
everyone
ask
that he never
ourselves.
existed.
We have to ask ourselves: is yiffing wrong?
But first we have to ask ourselves, what is yiffing?
And why is there such a big inflation fetish? Anyway,
and
so
then it's like, then it's 20 minutes of very earnest argument in favor of why like sex and fursuits in public is a good thing.
And you'll
then
find
everyone's
that-
like, why did you do this? Why did you
find
do this, Real?
That yiffing
Why?
never occurs in Israel.
It was fine when you would just be...
Why is yiffing okay for Europe but not for Israel? This is the real question we're asking.
Rhino says Real's voice is like a 2-thumb prostate massage, and I feel it now. Caleb, yeah, Caleb Bohr says Steve Harvey Weinstein. Can somebody Photoshop this for us, please?
Holy shit!
Wait, Photoshop, please. Photoshop. I tell you what. Here, this is. I'm gonna give. Okay, I'm gonna do a fucking contest right fucking now. All the way up. The contest ends next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You have a whole week to fucking do this. So everybody who's gonna watch the show afterwards will be able to watch this. You gotta make the best meme you can out of Steve Harvey Weinstein, all right? Best meme you can, and make sure you tweet it out and tag it, hashtag Steve Harvey Weinstein, all one fucking word, and it's easy to spell. Just look up Harvey Weinstein, and the winner will get featured on YouTube Saints, and I will pay them $20. Like that's
Nice.
do it. Let's fucking
Wow.
do this.
Jeez, Jeff, you're like the what was that family in the Renaissance that funded basically the entire thing? You're like that for
Borgias.
the internet.
I just like to encourage bad ideas.
Wait a second. Hang on. Is he the Borgias or the Medicis?
No, the Medicis. Yeah, those guys.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
you're like
they got fucked by the Borgias.
oh,
Yeah.
well.
So It's like-
I'll put in the description the hashtag Steve.
you're basically saying Casey Neistat's going to eat his channel now.
Well, I'm sorry for putting that magic on you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So next up we have shit. I'm gonna have to do some back end stuff on that real quick. Fantress.
Casey Neistat to the Borgias.
Oh god, we have a fuck ton of
They
super
were
chats.
so talented.
Fantress says, "Real, do you like unabridged or do you like abridged series?"
Which abridged series?
I'm not sure what
I
that
don't
is.
know if he knows exactly what he's talking about. There's one thing that I know that I like that's abridged, and it's the Shakespeare Company's abridged, abridged works. If you haven't seen that comedy play, it's the most hilarious theatrical work in the world. You can watch it for YouTube for free on YouTube. It's just go look the complete abridged works of William Shakespeare. So
Okay.
I guess I'll give you that.
Let's see. We got next. Okay, I'm just doing some back end work real quick. That's why I'm a little off of it. Alan Poe 17. I hate when weebos love Japan but don't know what tokusatsu is. Stuff like Kamen Rider and Ultraman and Super Sentai makes me laugh every time. Dude, absolutely. I grew up on Ultraman, and Ultraman was the shit.
Is that
Ultraman.
like a weeboo elitist? Is that?
Well, it's
that-
okay. Tokusatsu, if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a long time since I was immersed in it, but like Ultraman, Super Sentai, and Kamen Rider was like the live action aspect to proto anime. You know, you had Robotech going on at the time and some of the earlier animes and shit, but their big things were were like post Godzilla, but pre-anime, like live action stuff, like Ultraman.
Wow.
And Ultraman
Well, I certainly apologize to this gentleman or ma'am for not taking and appreciating the culture. In fact, I apologize to you, Suzuki Teriyaki-san.
Deepest apologies.
Deepest apologies, dishonor.
Get with the shit pepperoo.
Dude, I'll tell you later, but go ahead. Yeah, I have a
Schmeckle
thing that I-
says, "Hey, Real, can I get a nice sensual schmeckle?"
Oh, schmeckle.
This is good. Yeah. Alan Poe says, "My homecoming DJ played Soldier Boy, honestly, about 23 times during the entire homecoming. Fucking hate that DJ for life." Yup. Paige Avil says, "Hey, Real, I saw on your Twitter that you like Supernatural. Which season made you quit? 10th made me rage quit. I'm also cosplaying as Abaddon soon."
I haven't even met Abaddon. I think I'm halfway through season 4, and it's not that I saw anything that I didn't like. It's that the prospect of getting through 12 episodes of television, soon to be 13, is so daunting to me. And that it's a network TV show with a 23 episode season when I could be watching True Detective, Game of Thrones, Daredevil, like, you know, good TV, sort of like tight scripts, good cinematography, great performances that aren't rushed. It's like, why would I watch this? Why would I do that? So I'll finish season 5, but that's gonna be my cutting off point.
Okay, that's pretty fair. All right, just had to make sure I updated the description with the contest details.
Supernatural.
I haven't seen Supernatural either.
It's fun. It's fun. Like the dynamic between the brothers is cool. They're great. They've got great chemistry.
I just need to check. You guys have watched True Detective, though, right?
Yeah.
I have.
Season 1 was
getting
great.
around to it. Yeah, I'm getting around to season 1 soon.
I haven't watched season 2 yet, but
It's
I'm not even
told-
caught up on Game of Thrones or anything. I'm not good at TV.
yeah, no, I'm told it's not really necessary. Like if you like
Yeah.
season 1, season 2 is not necessary.
Yeah.
the
I just finished
acting.
Broadchurch.
Colin Farrell's acting is really good in season 2, but the story is just kind of eh. I mean, you know. Jared Jonquart says, "Chatelet Charisma Parasite here. I'm working on a D&D page on Minds.com. Focus on the creative process to help new DMs find it at Martian_Spider. When will you get in on that game with Dr. Lehman?" Oh yeah, we were supposed to do D&D with Dr. Lehman, weren't we?
Were we?
God, D&D sounds great. I love D&D.
I do too. I mean, I think we were.
I'm just
was-
not really.
I was,
well,
like,
I mean, I'm
blacked
not
out
really
drunk
good at
that night.
remembering things I'm supposed to do, which is probably why I don't do most of them.
Dude, the
But-
Dr. Layman episode, I was so fucking drunk. I could have said all sorts of shit. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
That
I-
kind of like that scares the shit out of me. Like the idea of ever getting on stream and becoming so completely intoxicated that I'm like not in control of what I'm saying, and
Well, you
then
just gotta
suddenly
let
like
go.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
yeah. I was
No,
wondering how you guys.
you let go, and honestly, it's funny because like if your worst enemy tries to come at you with like the dumbest thing you said when you were blind blackout drunk, right? If that's all they've got to come at you with, what's the point in worrying? Here's a funny thing too. I have found more often than not, my blackout drunk self makes points that my sober self just wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple days after being confronted with them, let's say, like first I feel ashamed. I'm like, oh my god, that's terrible. Why would I say and do that? And then a day or two later, I'm just thinking about it still, and I'm like,
At first I was afraid.
oh,
I was
that's why I said
petrified.
that.
Yeah.
I get it now.
I could never
God,
live without
thank you,
by my side.
thank you, Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll would be lost without you.
Oh god, I just turned into a fucking blathering moron that can't ever finish a story when I'm fucking blacked out. It's awful. Leslie Maxwell says, "Hey, Rio, what is the main focus of your channel?"
The main focus of my channel is to I don't know. Well, okay, so I talk about stuff that matters to me, politics and especially like the social, like the underbelly, the sociological underbelly of shit like this is so interesting to me, and so I want to examine things not from a completely impartial perspective, but from a perspective of somebody who values the principle of skepticism first over any political loyalties or anything. And so I, as a lot of you, if you're viewers of mine in the audience know, I do not stray away from attacking right-wingers, even though I myself am a right-winger. I think that the more that I attack my side of things, I think the better that we become. Because we got to weed out, these inconsistencies and
Filthy, long-haired, hippie, musician, fucking conservative hippie motherfucker. My God, I can't
From
even.
LA.
You know what?
You know what's
We got a format, but you know what?
No.
Definitely, here's the thing. Before we move on, definitely go check out Homeboy's channel. Go check out Think I'm Real. Hi, I think I'm real. I think I'm real. Something like you go to Instagram, you find him. He's got the dog face all over the place. It's great.
The dog face.
Well, I was gonna say, okay,
I take these selfies.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, like the thing that's so fascinating too is like I'm the majority of my positions are very left wing, very left wing, especially socially left wing, and because I criticize the left wing very much for the same exact reason, I find that it's so interesting that so many of us really get along because we have the self-awareness to criticize the ideas that are supposed to be automatically attributed to us because of our automatic leanings, and that ends up making really good friends across the political divide all the fucking time. Yeah. And what's so interesting too is like so like right now, I'm sure you're experiencing this just as much as I experience it on a daily fucking basis. Far left authoritarians fucking hate me. Far right authoritarians fucking hate me. They absolutely fucking despise me, and I fucking think it's wonderful. I can't get enough of it. But the more I'm in that position of these radicals on both sides being so fucking shitty to me, the more when I go out in like the real world, it doesn't matter what political persuasion somebody is, I get along with them. Like everybody. I get along with everybody now.
Yeah. And that wasn't a thing that I could do once because I used to be like a very far left militant feminist. I even openly called myself a Marxist. I called myself a socialist. Sure. And this was like my first year of college. So like I got really invested in and I was a sociology major. So like I was just primed for the indoctrination. Although that's a strong word, it really is what that felt like. And it took me a full year to unravel that. And then sort of like another year to arrive where I am now, where it's like, yeah, I think I'm comfortable calling myself a conservative, even though I don't agree with everything that conservatives think. But But yeah, like knowing how I reacted to individual people based on how I perceived macro sociological data, I treated people badly because it's like, oh, you're white and there's white privilege. So you as an individual deserve to be treated differently because of how I perceive sociological information, macro sociological, which is just not fair. And so once I got away from that, it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, I have friends who are feminists. One of my best friends of all time, who's in Germany right now, is a staunch feminist, and she's one of the most important people in my life. And I can look past that because that's important. I think it's important, as much as it's important to have these difficult conversations about whatever it is that we're talking about. It's also important to know how to turn it off.
Yeah,
that's so crucial, just to your happiness. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I would agree.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get on my.
because we do that was beautiful.
Oh,
we do have a format though. We've got a format.
We have
so we're gonna
so many super chats.
we're gonna turn it off. Yeah, we're gonna do those. Then we're gonna move on to our undersubbed of the week. So
Okay.
Yeah.
let's see what the money bags have to say.
Okay, all right.
Shall we?
Let's burn through some of these. Sequoia Nefarious says your gay is showing. Is it gonna get yaoi? Is that how you pronounce it, yaoi, or is it yaoi?
Yeah, Yahweh.
Yahweh. Is it gonna get Yahweh? Oh man, Moon Jews are infiltrating the stream again. Neko Gamer James says, "Real. What do you do if they ever call your bluff?"
Which bluff? That's my answer.
I think the gay thing.
Oh, the gay thing?
Mhm.
Oh, then I run. I run very fast.
Matt Cook says neon shoegaze nor manatee core. Oh god. Gonzo Duke says how tight is that Traps boy pussy? Very. Evelyn Lund Goldstein, talk dirty to me, real. Tell me the time in Ghana.
Oh, you know what time it is in Ghana? It's business time.
Jables Boogly, Nick looks more like a long-haired Christian Bale. That's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, actually, you like Christian Bale in the first act of Batman Begins.
Yeah.
I don't get the worst comparisons.
No, you don't.
You want to look like shit.
I do. Fuck you.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have good genes. You get into the ethno statement.
Yes, you do. I know, and this is what. No, this is. Listen, they talk about economics. They talk about power, but where do you think the JQ really originated from? They're like, God damn, why can't I look like Liev Schreiber? Instead, I gotta look like Stanley fucking Tucci.
Erudite Fuzz says Ghost is more like a callback to 70s progressive rock heavy metal. The black metal thing is just because they sing about Satan and riff the Catholics. That's fair. Five Hamilton says I'm loving. I know. Five Hamilton says I'm loving this combo of you. 3, I use a wheelchair when out. Oh man, is it easy to play up when there are stupid people around. Twitch and talking all funny like people jump to help you or they back away fast. It's so amusing. I want to go drinking with you.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Alternative to all this, you could just shit yourself too. Like just shit yourself.
I mean, honestly,
That'll
like, no, it's like short of that, you're going out as a Ricky Berwick cosplayer. You're like,
One of these days, I'm gonna wear Ricky Berwick as a backpack. I swear to God, he doesn't get to say no to me anymore.
No. You need to wear him in a goddamn papoose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great. Jared
Him just
Jinquak,
hanging off the front of you.
Ghost in the Shell, best iteration of cyborg tits. It's up there. There's some pretty good cyborg tits all around. I mean, Cherry 2000. That's pretty good. Page of Eels, good. Never go past 5. The rest is garbage. This is for Supernatural. Just look up Abaddon Supernatural on Google for a reference.
I will do it right now.
Gonzo Duke says, Ceiling Nick loves Lauren Southern.
Ceiling Nick would love all kinds of things about Lauren Southern.
Ugh, not me. He
For
couldn't get me drunk
about
enough.
45 minutes. I wonder if he was sober enough to drive.
I like the sound of her voice. It's very strange. She's a very heavy Canadian accent, and I'm like,
Yeah.
she really talks like that.
You just have to make sure you don't give them anything to apologize for, right?
That's right.
So you pull out and they roll over on your sheets, and they're like, oh, and like, nope, it's fine.
Alan Poe 17 says, Jeff, check out Ghosts. Can you do a video on them? I'll check them out, man. Absolutely, and I might do it on my 3rd channel if I'm really into it. Alex Blackfoot today on Everybody Hates Jeff. That's every day. Jables Boogly says, this is just out of love, nothing clever. I love you, Jables. You're a fucking sweetheart.
And that is a wrap on that, right?
That's the super chats. Now we got the Streamlabs. Nick is cool
Hell.
says, "Hey Nick, can you show your feet, please? I don't ask for much." While he pulls his shit off. Mouthy Judah says, "Ain't no moon Jews coming, cause ain't no space, cause ain't no globe Earth."
I'm only doing this because
That made me fart.
It's a globe Earth cooks.
listen. I'm only doing this because I made enough jokes about me being a whore.
Yeah, let's do it. I had to. Yeah, there you go.
That's my fault, boy.
I had to drink the
pink.
death. You have to show your feet, you weirdo.
Oh man, I could just
there we
lap up.
Actually, now that I got my sock off, though, I'm like, shit, I gotta take both these off.
Chris S. Raygun. Hey guys,
I dated a foot fetish model. I'll have you know.
putting together a care package of beers for you both, but I need two things. Jeff P.O. Box. Every video of mine has my P.O. Box on it, and I live in Shive's hometown. Do you guys want your own official Steve Shives hats? And Jeff, I'll send you some Yingling. I have my own version of Steve Shives hats, but Nick needs one, and I would love Yingling.
It's not a
wear
collector
Hats
edition.
don't. Listen, you send me an
Real thing.
average-sized ball cap. The thing looks like a fucking yarmulke when I put it on. I've got a very big head.
My head's huge too. But if you
I'm
had,
not gonna.
if you have a fucking Steve Shives hat and I have it, then we can both do like the Steve Shives episode of the YouTube Saints. I think this should happen.
I know, and you'll look like a guy wearing a hat, and I'll
you'll
look like a guy
wearing a kippa.
Yeah, and I'll look like a guy desperately trying to wear a hat and failing. And I'd be like, I didn't know you could fail at wearing a hat. Wow,
Stephen
this guy's
Blackman
doing a hell of a job.
Stephen
large
Blackman
dinner
says.
plate on your head.
Stephen Blackman says, "How did you find Riley Dennis's funny little brother?" Oh. Sergeant Buck says, "The ending song for my prom was Rihanna's Rude Boy. Catered at least 70 weddings, and none of the DJs working there were as remotely disappointing as the one at my prom. Aw. Breadmaster PBJ, my senior prom's last song was Gangnam Style."
No way! That's
Sorry.
fucking cool. I mean, it's that because then the whole school is doing the thing.
Not just that, no. Let's be honest, Gangnam Style. That's a more like, okay, kids, have a good time thing than Rihanna's Rude Boy, because that's all about her being a whore at a club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's just like, come on, boy, tear my shit up. Like,
Sergeant Buck
yeah.
says,
Prom is that though, so I guess.
well, yeah, but for a final song,
Yeah.
like a final song, it's like the school's like, you know what? We're not even gonna pretend anymore.
Look, I wanted My Heart Will Go On, and now I have to want that for the rest of my life, and I'll never get that. But anyway.
Oh, that's what they were doing. It was a psyops mission to create a whole generation of failed romantics. They're like, we're gonna make them want this shit, so they think that this night is actually special. And Soldier Boy,
Drop that soldiers. I said,
Oh. Sergeant Buck says, "Just for you real, I googled Jewish furries. I hate my sense of curiosity."
Hey, Superman, that hoe.
Mhm. Sean Norton says, "I must say I enjoyed every guest on the show up until this point, but I could seriously see Hi, I Think I'm Real as the third regular host. You guys have amazing chemistry together. Praise Keck and Chantelet." That's very sweet of you.
Thank you.
And
I
I
just need money.
I just want to thank the Academy and Harvey Weinstein for giving me this opportunity.
Ideological Limbo says, "Chatelet sentients have some shekels. Cheers to death." And that finally catches us up. You know, every week it's getting harder and harder to keep up with these. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't mind. It's very, very sweet. All of you are extremely generous, but like, it's getting harder to adhere to the format just because all of you people are so sweet.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, Jeff, don't shit where you eat. Don't shit where you eat.
No, I'm just saying. Like, it's overwhelming because our response is just so wonderful.
Yeah, it
the
is.
show is extremely healthy.
Yeah, every week.
I'm
going to say this to everyone watching. Like, each week, there are some weeks in which we've got everything locked and loaded, right?
Mm.
And there are some weeks in which we're just like, oh, fuck, gotta come up with a show.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jeff and I have both been like, you know, had fucking loads of times in which we were no condition to do a show.
Oh yeah.
But we had to do the show.
Usually by the end of each show, we're in no condition to do a show.
Yeah, which is why we don't do any for a while.
It's
But,
not a show unless you are completely blackout drunk.
Yeah,
on the
but
floor,
it's
yeah.
it's been pretty awesome
part of
to
the
see just the fact that, I mean, we're 30 shows in,
Yeah.
and you guys, like, it's more than just some sort of weird loyalty thing. It's like, you genuinely enjoy this shit because we love doing it, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
like it too, and it's a comforting thing, which makes me think, okay, next Sunday I have a really genuine excuse as to why Monday I'm gonna suck at life.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know what I was going to tell you, Jeff. You could hire like 37 employees in India for 25 cents an hour, which would be an all-American thing to do to manage all of these super chats.
Oh my god!
Right?
You know, there are like all these. Okay, so I've been thinking about all sorts of really crazy things to do for the Saints, and one of them was I kind of wanted to have a weekly weather report of the weather of the internet, like the salt content and this kind of thing. Wouldn't it be great? I mean, my idea initially was to get Magog of Morsker to be our fucking weatherman. You know, like.
I was thinking you were gonna say-
week is salty with a chance of butthurt. You know, that'd be great. That'd be
I
amazing.
thought you were gonna say you wanted Frankie McDonald to submit one every week.
Oh, that would be good too. But but like there are all these companies where you can like get people in like fucked up third world countries to record ridiculous videos for you. Maybe we should look into doing that. Like I send these people
because
$5
hey,
and
listen,
they just
that
recite
worked
a
out
quick thing.
totally good for PewDiePie. We'll discuss that later. Let's get back to format though.
Okay,
We
all
got a
right, all right.
Format.
Now
Format.
here's the thing.
Hashtag
So
format.
we're gonna roll up into our undersubbed of the week. Now this comes to us from
I need
our
my
boy.
bucket.
Hi, I
Right
think
here.
I'm real. This was his suggestion, and it is a genuinely good one. So do you want to introduce who this channel is and why you like
Yeah.
them?
So he has better hair than everyone, and also has an incredible mustache. His name is Justin Whang, and he's such a great guy, criminally underappreciated. Doesn't get the kind of engagement on his channel that I expect somebody with his charisma and presence to have.
And his lighting.
His lighting is on point. Part of the reason why I just stopped appearing on camera anymore is because I just can't make this shit look good. It's just a room, for God's sake. So, but he's got it going on. Justin Wang's been great to me, and I've been watching his stuff for months and months and months and months and months. And he needs to grow. And when we got to help him get there.
Absolutely. So let's check out Justin Whang. I just discovered him like 4 days ago, and I was super stoked on him. And I was like, dude, this guy has to be an undersubbed. And then I had no idea. Nick sent me like the format for tonight, and you had suggested the guy. I'm like, yes, dude, fuck, perfect. So I'm stoked. This guy's great. Let's check him out.
And in the same way that I have the sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, I was
Why
just
does
gonna
it
say
always-
that. Oh fuck.
Great. My hands are up. My hands are up.
As we're about to find out, I was just gonna say that the dude has the most brutal fucking voice in the world. The dude sounds like he's like in the middle of a black metal guttural song.
He
Just
really does.
constantly. It's so fucking awesome. But yeah, let's watch it.
Let's do it.
Demonious, the most outspoken, trying to show everybody what good, virtuous people they are. It's those people who define themselves by those kinds of things that always seem to turn out to be the ones who are the exact fucking opposite of what they claim to be. I think we're all familiar with the trope of the socially conservative family values guy that never misses a chance to complain about gay people gaying. It's always those fucking guys that they define themselves by how much they just hate homosexuality and how gays are ruining society. It seems like it's always those dudes who are the ones that we wind up catching in a fucking bathroom stall with a dick halfway up their fucking ass. You know, like basically they've been overcompensating for something. And it seems like what's emerging to be the equivalent of that nowadays is the sanctimonious male feminist who turns out to actually abuse or harass or just be shitty to women. You know, the kinds of guys who are always the first ones to be like, I apologize on behalf of my gender. We need to do better. Those fucking dudes. The fucking guys who want to lecture us on what is and isn't inappropriate. You know what I think is fucking inappropriate? Hurting real people in real fucking life. And I think in general, most dudes have always had our suspicions about these kinds of men, but you can't really say anything because then people are like, oh, you're just projecting. Not everyone's a piece of shit like you. There really are some good men in the world. So then we're just like, sure, you know, go wear your pussy hat, guy. But you know, I never really questioned it that much. You know, I'd never call myself a male feminist, but I think it's good for women to have rights and shit. I think that's a kind of normal thing to think. It's one of those things. I feel like I don't think you need a fucking medal for thinking women should be treated like people. What really got me thinking about the hypocrisy of these kinds of dudes the first time was when Joss Whedon had his scandal. Now, Joss Whedon, if you're familiar with him, a very outspoken male feminist, he makes a lot of what I would consider to be good stuff. I really liked his run on X-Men, things like that, but it's always been a core thing of his male feminism. And then it turned out that he cheated on his wife a bunch, and when he got caught, he went around and blamed it on the patriarchy. The world made me be a terrible man. No personal responsibility, no nothing like that. No.
We remember, Joss. We remember.
Actions. But you know, as scandals and news stories go, these things kind of fade away. We move on with our lives, and it's not a story anymore. What kind of brought this issue back to the forefront, and now it seems to have exploded this past weekend, was the guy from Screen Junkies, Andy Signore, Signore, whatever. I don't know how his name is pronounced. I'm not really familiar with the Screen Junkies, except that my friend Danny wears their t-shirt a lot.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. The Screen Junkies one, that was some fucking shit right there.
Yeah.
That was
dude.
insane. What a fucking prick. I mean, he always looked like a prick, too. I'd watch movie fights, I'm like, this dude is such a dick. I bet he rapes women. And I was
and
right.
Look at that, you were right. Well, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jenny Nicholson. She's a YouTuber, and she has this very strangely popular channel where she just kind of sits in her room and kind of monotone talks about nerdy stuff, and it's the best. It's the best video of like everything that she does is amazing. And she's hilarious in this weird way. And she was working for Screen Junkies for a while, and she made a tweet a couple of weeks ago when this was all happening with Andy Signore about how like sexual harassment allegations need to be taken seriously and stuff. And I thought for a moment, I'm like, oh my God, if this motherfucker did anything to Jenny Nicholson, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna wrestle a tiger and do all sorts of shit because I'd be just so angry. Because she's this person, Jenny Nicholson's like the most innocent, like the sweetest soul that I've ever. She's just like a perfect person, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine. And I feel like the dude probably did something, and it's like that's such a travesty to think that someone like this, just a sweet, nerdy, like just a good person could possibly be victimized by this asshole Andy Signore. So I hate that guy, hate that dude.
Yeah, fuck.
But love Justin Whang.
Yeah, Justin Whang's the
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's actually. I mean, as somebody who, as somebody who's recently moved more into the fucking just straight on camera videos. This guy's got some fucking good intensity to him. He's kind of like an Asian rageaholic who looks you in the eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Should we keep going a little bit? Or?
Yeah, he shred the hell out of it. Yeah.
Let's go a little bit more. I love this dude's videos.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, look at those
So
tattoos.
I didn't really have much familiarity with him, but then I took one look at his picture and I was like, this guy definitely wears a fucking pussy hat. Sure enough, I looked up and this is yet another one of these sanctimonious male feminist social justice guys who they're constantly railing on about how bad society is and blah 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 blah. And sure enough, this guy's a fucking harasser. This guy's a predator. It turns out that he's using his position of power to get sexual favors or to attempt to get sexual favors from interns and people who would benefit from making him happy. So that got me started about making a video on this topic, and as I was thinking about the video, I saw Twitter explode with more and more women sharing their stories about guys like this, the outspoken sanctimonious male feminist who turns out to be really shitty to women in real life. I guess the Screen Junkie story inspired a lot of other women to come out with similar stories about these kinds of guys, and one in particular that caught my attention was Helena Donahue, who shared pictures of abuse she received at the hand of a male feminist editor in the media industry, works for Vice, Rolling Stone, Playboy, and then someone else responded to her, and this guy is responsible for committing similar abuse against a number of women. She wasn't gonna name him at first, but then the other person said his name is Michael Hafford, he's done this to a bunch of women. Another one that was brought to my attention over the weekend was a guy by the name of Dan Broadbent, who you see this guy's on Twitter grandstanding really hard about having other men condemn sexual harassment and misogyny, and you know what? What do you think this guy does? What do you think he does? Apparently this dude has harassed so many women that they have a Facebook group where they talk about it together. In one specific case, he harassed a woman while she was taking her dying son off of life support.
This is fucking straight up true. This is straight up fucking true. No, okay. I'm gonna drop some bombs on this shit right now too. And Justin, this is how I came upon Justin Whang, is because somebody was like, Jeff, you have to check this out. This motherfucker talks about Dan Broadbent. I have known Dan Broadbent for a long fucking time. This cucky piece of shit has banned me from so many fucking Facebook groups. This ultra fucking PC limp dick feminist piece of shit who's been all around just absolutely fucking obnoxious. Fucking noxious. This is the guy. Okay, so a while back on Facebook, there was this young boy named Marco. And Marco was 12 years old, and he comes from he comes from a Latin American country, and he dropped this amazing video against anti-vaxxers. And so he dropped this video, and everybody's like, holy shit, Marco, yeah, fuck anti-vaxxers. But when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, what are you fucking doing? Do you have any idea how crazy anti-vaxxers are? This kid's 12 years old. This isn't a good fucking idea. Don't put a 12-year-old in the arena with people who are so fucking psycho they will actually send death threats to your family. Like, don't do that. That seems bad. And then I dug in deeper into it, and I found out that the main impetus behind this, that was directing Marco, was this guy named Dan Broadbent, aka a science enthusiast. He was grooming Marco, this tiny little boy, to being his poster child. So Dan could profit off of his own brilliance on this video. He was making t-shirts, he was selling t-shirts because of Marco. He was basically leeching off this little kid. The more I started talking about Dan Broadbent, the more people were like, hey, by the way, did you know that this guy sends a bunch of really fucked up, weird, lewd, naked photos to a bunch of women? I'm like, that's bullshit. No way. Come on. I'm not just gonna believe it. They're like, hey, here's the pictures. I've seen Dan Broadbent's dick. I saw a picture of him with his fucking dick on a plate of pulled pork. Why did he do that? I don't fucking know! I don't know why he did that!
Well, Jeff, to be fair, if you have a plate of pulled pork, then what else are you supposed to do with it?
You eat it! You don't put your dick in it! There's food that you can put your dick in, and it's totally understandable, but pulled pork? Not fucking one of them. So this stupid fucking piece of shit, just another example of an ultra fucking feminist male ally being a scummy piece of shit. Dan Broadbent is a fucking scumbag, and there are people who will defend him to the death. Big names in the science communicator community. People like Cybabe, Yvette, whatever the fuck her name is something French. People who totally try and like have his back and whatnot, and he is a fucking scumbag, a literal fucking scumbag.
Wow,
I
holy
hate
shit.
this piece of shit.
Wow,
We're gonna finish this. Video out, or
Sorry. No, dude, I'm triggered by it because
no, I love
no,
it.
it was
I
perfect.
love it.
hate this dude.
Listen, I mean, there's creatures of rage,
Yeah.
man. Creatures of rage.
I am furiously erect.
Yeah. We're gonna have to hang out with Justin Whang at some point soon now.
Yeah,
Damn it. What the fuck?
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I mean, fuck. I mean, Real came up first as an undersubbed, and now he's a guest.
I got so mad.
I guess
Like I have to pee now really bad.
Yeah, well, you gotta hold it like the rest of us.
No.
But
maybe
you
guys
in the
should go pee
chat,
too.
if you guys want to see some Justin Whang action on YouTube Saints, well, go show him the love. Spread his, spread his ass
Why am I
Dude,
tight?
around.
Please go subscribe to Justin Whang. I'm such a big fan of his, and I just love to see him do really well on YouTube.
Well, Jeff, throw the rest of this video on and see if you can do a real quick piss.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's let this. We'll let this video play out, and I'll pee while I do it. Gotta go.
So Dan Broadbent, before you go out demanding that other men denounce sexual harassment and misogyny, join together to be great male feminist allies who fight the patriarchy, why don't you clean your own fucking house and, not abuse women? Before you go out there and demand that other men, be better men, why don't you get your own shit together and check your own fucking behavior? And now this is just a small handful of examples that have come out over the past weekend, but this seems to be part of a greater trend. I'm not the first person to notice this pattern. Over the past year or so, I've seen a number of think pieces written by women talking about the duplicitous nature of these kinds of male feminists. Even in conversation, I've had women bring up the fact that they don't trust these fucking guys, and with good reason. As we've seen with the example I brought up at the beginning of the sanctimonious homophobe who turns out to be gay himself, it seems like when people go extra hard about these things that they're compensating for something. They're trying to throw them off the trail. So what am I saying? I'm not saying that men should be against women's rights or that, it's ridiculous for a man to be for women's rights. I think women's rights are a good thing. I think equality is a good thing, I think it's cool that women can drive and vote and shit like that. I'm not saying that it's good and normal for men to be against women. What I'm saying is, if he wears
Yes,
a
it
fucking
is.
pussy hat, check his basement for bodies. Anyway, that's all I
That's a truth bomb.
Yeah.
And it's there's so much like it's not a theory. It's not a conspiracy thing. And I can tell you this from experience. Like I was very committed to my militant feminism when I was a militant feminist. But I was also highly aware of the fact that it got me so much attention from women. That never like it was never insincere. I really did believe that the patriarchy was a real thing, and it was operating daily, and it was entrenched in every facet of socialization.
Yeah, but being a true believer revolutionary, dude, will get you pussy.
Exactly, and I knew that,
yeah.
and so like I wouldn't hesitate to bring it up and to talk about it like boldly and passionately because it would just get me all that attention. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I never harassed women, and I mean, I guess shit. I just opened this door now. I guess people are gonna be like, "Oh, this dude was one of those male feminists." But I was very aware of the fact that yes, it was definitely helpful to my.
Yeah, no,
image.
it was one of those things. It's like, hey, this makes a certain kind of sense to me. You know, I can get behind this. Sounds good, feels good. All right, cool. Just so happens to get me a bunch of trim.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I mean that's great, but that's not why I believe, at least for now.
But that's a thing. It's a real thing.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, I suppose.
It's such a real thing, and we have to be aware of that. That's why I don't fucking trust male feminists.
Yeah. No,
Well, hey, that right there though. That right there. No, I was impressed with that. Undersubbed. Like who do you want to nominate for an undersubbed? And you're like, this guy, checked him out. Oh, yeah. Fuck yes, this guy, definitely worth it.
Oh, immediately.
So,
I watch all his videos as soon as he uploads. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, and so everyone, I mean, there's links and everything. Go check out Whang. Go subscribe to him now. Don't watch anything. You come back here and you watch our shit. You open that new tab.
Yeah.
All right.
New tab.
Later.
But
Let's do
come on back here. Yeah.
Let's move on to the oversub. Let's move on to the oversub. Yeah, we got a lot of we got a lot of shill stuff, but yeah.
New to me, so I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
this is Jeff. You want to introduce this one?
Sure. This is the quote unquote self-proclaimed king of the fucking geeks. This is the insipid bottom feeder of internet culture who likes to think himself king shit because he was part of something magical at one point. The only reason he was part of something is because he was actually the worst of something. This week's oversubbed is in fact going to be Wil Wheaton, everybody. Wil Wheaton, also known as Shut Up, Wesley.
Oh, this guy.
Real quick thing I'd like to point out too. I'd like everyone to recognize the fact that all three of us do relatively decent YouTube videos on a very kind of stringent budget.
Yep.
This is a former TV star who can afford to be a professional nerd. I want you to take a very close look because what you're about to see here is not just some bitrate translation of what this video looked like. It is legitimately somebody who just did not give a fuck, but still managed to rack up 81,000 subscribers by simple virtue of having been the most unlikable character in a beloved series.
That's right. And this is screenshot shit right here. Screenshot shit right here. So if you want to meme this and tweet it to YouTube Saints, to me and to Nick, by all means, please do that. Please do that.
Does kind of look like he's praying to like an altar of Anita Sarkeesian that he has on a table somewhere.
Well, that's the face you make when Harvey Weinstein invites you to the party at the Four Seasons. I'm just gonna harp on Harvey Weinstein for the rest of my life.
Second of two tabletop-related videos that I am making today here from my game room.
Wait, hold on. Can we hold for a second?
Level 42
I was about to
human
say.
bard.
I'm just really glad that Wil Wheaton has caught up to where Goodfellow was 5 years ago.
I don't think everybody knows Goodfellow, but I do, and I fucking love Goodfellow. Good guy.
Goodfellow. He's a hard man to love, but you can't help but love his shit because you're like, well, like you pull no punches. You are the cunt you want us to think you are.
Now this guy was on. What was he on? Was he on The Big Bang Theory?
He was on Star Trek Next Generation.
Oh God,
He
Back
was
in the day.
Wesley.
Did he guest star on Big Bang Theory? I feel like I've seen him on the Big
Oh,
Bang
yeah,
Theory.
no, yeah, he guest starred on Big Bang Theory. They were like, hey, we've got a nerd and special guest. It's Wil Wheaton that nobody actually fucking likes, and
Hey,
the show is
guys.
awful.
Hey guys, you remember how you remember the time in which being a nerd was a reason that nobody liked you and like you were actually just on your own and you just liked what you liked? Well, guess what? We got something to remind you that Wil Wheaton's here. Wil Wheaton's gonna come around and remind you what it was like before Wil Wheaton was okay.
Listen to his audio quality.
Game room in Castle Wheaton.
Oh my God.
I want to speak directly to
It's
our
terrible.
backers
Your iPad.
right now.
Why is your TV on? Why are you playing a video behind you? What the fuck are you doing?
Now, if you're not a backer,
like,
you don't have to watch this.
there's a constant
although I
whine.
imagine
There's a
you're
constant
probably gonna
pitch.
Keep watching it anyway. So hello, welcome.
Oh wait,
Thanks for
okay,
being
hang
part
on,
of this.
wait, real quick thing too. This whole thing is actually him giving an explanation to backers of a project he launched as to why he hasn't delivered on what he said he would in the
Yeah.
time that he said he would.
Oh, so he is Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
Well, he's a big fan.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Anita's probably got some big ass shoes, which means there's some big ass footprints to follow through.
Is this
for
dude a male
our
feminist? I
backers,
think he is. He looks like a male feminist.
I have heard from a very small number of you, but a number greater than 0, which is why I'm addressing this, that some of your backer rewards never arrived. That particularly physical items, maybe some of your, I've heard some people haven't gotten their loot crates, and some people were expecting, a certain number of rewards, or awards or perks or whatever, you call them thank yous, I guess.
Oh jeez, Rick. Oh no, your rewards are totally in the mail. Oh God. Oh jeez, Rick. Oh Jesus.
And
That's so good.
You didn't get all the things that you were expecting. So I wanted to address that because, as I said the last time I talked directly to backers about the tabletop release schedule, you put your faith in us and you took a chance on us, and I feel it's very important.
Oh, it looks like maybe you're a big jackass. Maybe we just stole all your money. Oh jeez. Oh God.
Oh God! Oh jeez. So. I am not responsible for the fulfillment of everything. I totally
he's not
understand hearing from
What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your beard?
Why aren't you raising a barn right now? God damn it!
Why isn't he sponsored by like Dollar Shave Club or something? So they could just help him out because he's got to bring that down a little bit.
Every time I pause on it, it's just like, can you make this man look more shit, please?
He reminds me of a
honestly-
drama teacher I used to have who was like he spoke to us in the same way that he's speaking to me, in the way that you sense that he's being disingenuous. You ever just listen to somebody talk to you and be like, I think you're lying to me.
Wait a second there, Real. It kind of sounds like you're trying to convince me that a guy who made a whole video on his own YouTube channel, which has 81,000 subscribers for some reason.
He has 81,000 subscribers.
That
yeah.
this guy who decided he would sit down in front of his box set collection and explain to Patreon backers
Guys,
why they weren't
I own
getting the shit
DVDs.
that why they weren't getting the shit that he promised while he watches some film noir on his 60-inch plasma. Man, I mean, wow, it does kind of seem like he's trying really hard not
Yeah,
to
a little
seem
bit.
genuine, huh?
It's
Holy shit!
a bit.
Whoa,
I'm getting a whiff.
a little bit.
It's studio.
Yeah, but hey, listen. Hang on. This is a man who's probably shared more lines with Patrick Stewart than everyone who's ever done X-Men, despite the fact that he was usually telling him to shut up at the time. But it's okay. We go Meisner method. He's gonna shut up eventually. Let's see how he defends his Magic the Gathering box set from the people who are asking him, "Where is my money?"
Okay, sorry. Somebody sent us a really good meme. We'll
like,
look
hey,
at it.
where's my stuff, Wheaton? Because that makes sense. I'm the guy that you would talk
My
about
stuff,
that. But I want you to know that in any large system, there's going to be a small amount of just system failure, right? And if we manage to get 27,800 things out to 28,500 backers, that's a great success rate,
Oddly
unless you're
specific.
in the group of people who didn't get the thing that you expected. So here's what I want you to do.
Basically, the translation for this is I set up a GoFundMe, I set up a Kickstarter for the thing that I wanted to do, but the simple fact of the matter is that I don't actually have any money because I'm a washed-up actor that nobody wants to work with because I suck and I'm obnoxious, so I couldn't actually afford to pay for...
He played the obnoxious little prick in Flubber very well.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to pay for a company to fulfill the things that I said I would fulfill, and that's why you need to give me more time.
By the way, Wizard of Cause, iPhone cases and t-shirts, hoodies, all of it available through teespring.com right now. Go on, check it out. Links below. That being the case, it's just further proof. Despite his very well organized box set collection, I am more put together than Wil Wheaton.
This is a good
and all I have to say is, Will, I am so sorry.
This is a good
I feel
meme.
bad for this guy. Like watching him is giving me secondhand embarrassment.
Were you on Star Trek? No.
This is a good meme somebody sent us.
Bad for him.
I'm screen sharing. Yeah. When you get back to your hotel room and Uncle Harvey's there to surprise you.
Hey, Wil Wheaton, you want a part in the next Avatar?
Fuck. I'll make you
Take a
blue,
ride on my
baby.
sex wing.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Jokes are my favorite. I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah. No, God.
Well, that's what the show's about. Imagine if you were drinking.
Look at this. Look at this sour puss fucking face right here. Look at this fucking sour motherfucker. I hate everything about you, Wil Wheaton. I really do.
Listen, brother, I know you watch this show weekly, man, and as one failed act to another, let me just come clean with you, bro. Like, your wife's thing about black guys isn't gonna end.
Oh shit!
Not, and so you need to come to grips with that. Maybe embrace your box set collection, right? Maybe watch Futurama 3 or 4 times, right? But you gotta move through that. Listen, they're gonna reboot Stargate one of these days, and you could have a shot. But first, you need to fix Will. Okay?
God. All right, we're done with Wil Wheaton. I cannot abide by Wil Wheaton.
I'm not even remotely done with Wil Wheaton, Jeff.
Oh.
We're done for now.
We're done for now. We're done
Wil
for
Wheaton's
now.
in Stand By Me? I didn't know Wil Wheaton was in Stand By Me. Holy shit, this guy's everywhere.
Yeah, he was in Stand By Me.
No, honestly, dude had a fucking stellar career when he was younger, and when you look at it, like when you watch him opposite fucking not
Anybody
River
with
Phoenix,
talent,
but Joaquin, no, River Phoenix.
No.
Yeah, when you watch him opposite River Phoenix, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you got a long way to go.
But see, the questions that we should be asking really is, why isn't Wil Wheaton in Israel?
Okay. All right. Let's catch up on.
It's like you're the kind of guy that can just hand you a shovel and you'll just dig a hole for himself.
Let's catch up on super chats real quick. Red Royal says, people try to start something with me. I just start using sign language, makes them really uncomfortable. It works every time. I would imagine that does. I can't understand you. I can't hear. That'd be great. Rhino says, Real, I dig your classical guitar stuff. Can we get a bi-weekly more than just what you do on Twitter?
Oh, maybe I'll do it on Patreon or something.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
That's a really good way to show your Patreon, actually. Sequoia says, need the undersubbed as a guest. We do. We're gonna have to get Justin Whang in. Absolutely. Gonzo Duke says, love you guys, love this show, and I love this fucking odd-ass community that has grown up around you fuckers. We love it too. Yeah. You guys are great. Pokemon Fetishist says, we must always hold doors open for whammon, lest they get curious how doors work and join a STEM field. You son of a bitch! Connor Moore says 2 out of 3. Oh my god, hang on. Oh no. Connor Moritz says 2 out of 3 hosts are subbed to me. Come on, Nick. It's true. You should sub to Connor, Nick. You should.
I'll get around to it, Connor. We're friends on Facebook. You should feel honored already.
Fuck. Pokemon Fetish just says women in Saudi Arabia / Iran are able to drive. They've been driving their men to kill them for years. Oh my god.
I love how this is really just the go there show. It's
That's
like,
too
how far are we
spicy.
gonna go? We're gonna go there.
Yeah, that was good dark though. It was like a good dark chocolate. Nice, just rich. That was very good. I appreciate it.
Pure cacao. Pure cacao.
Pure cacao. Jables says, this is for the money I spent on flubber that might have gone to Wil Wheaton. Oh.
Yeah.
Bullionator says, the only time I felt sorry for Wil Wheaton was the leech scene in Stand By Me. That's true. Even then, I watch it now and I'm just kind of like, yeah. Suck the blood out of that piece of shit. Pokemon Fetish says,
toxic anyway.
I have seen men rape an old crippled woman in a wet ditch. What?
Jesus.
I don't know what that means.
That was really, really dark, and I'm saying that as
really dark. X Tiger says, "Hey Jeff, imagine listening to Steel Panthers. God damn it. In a pit of styrofoam. God damn it. While a weeb in a fursuit calls you daddy. God fucking damn it. And begs for cummies. That's literally hell, right? Anyway, Shadowlay, my dudes. X Tiger, I love you. We've hung out several times in real life. I was at your wife's birthday. Fuck you, dude. But I love you. Mwah, you're best. Rosa Rock says, send some money to keep you drunk and funny. That's the only way we are funny. Sergeant Buck says, Wil Wheaton looks like a shut-in Ethan Klein. Does he really? Does he? Hang on.
Yeah.
No, hang on.
Or like Ethan Klein ran into a board, really.
Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? Yeah. He kind of fucking does. Huh.
And infinitely less lovable. Infinitely less lovable.
You know, Will, you might be more funny if you got a little bit more fat. Just saying. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Everything's falling apart. Holy shit.
Sorry,
Okay.
no, that was...
So we're in the afterglow now.
We are. We're in the afterglow.
I'll explain it later. That brought my mind to an entirely different place, but...
Okay, so all right. Now is the crux time. We have the cringe of the week. We're gonna do the cringe of the week next. Nick, you got to set this one up for us because I haven't seen this.
No, honestly, here's the fun thing about this. I saw enough of it to know that it was worth watching a little bit of. Hulu decided to promote Sarah Silverman with a whole little comedy thing she's got going on. 'Cause Sarah Silverman apparently still thinks she's funny. No one stopped telling her after high school out in Bedford that it was just because she was hot. She had really big eyes that could look up. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't want to go too far into that. So Sarah, she produced a big old America I Love You video that premiered on Hulu's YouTube channel. Now, if you need any further understanding of how the YouTube audience responded to it, in the thousands, it was quite literally when I brought this onto the format, 10-1 against. Did not care for it, and we all get to see you tweet.
Right. Okay. We ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. It's gonna be crazy.
I don't like secondhand embarrassment, but let's do it.
And because we will get flagged if we let this play.
Oh God. Okay, so first of all, denim on denim? Really? Really?
Oh yeah, no, she's manspreading though on the bench too.
Yeah, she's also manspreading.
It's because she's a dick.
And no, it's also that subtle jab from the East Coast to the West Coast and whatever's in between. Yeah, because it's not like the actual fucking heartbeat of this country is actually in the middle of it. No, it's what a rich New Hampshire bitch knows after she moves to LA and makes it even more rich.
Hang on, I just have to say it because I'm also checking the YouTube Saints Twitter. Justin Whang saw that we featured him as an undersubbed, And he was super stoked that we did it, and good on you, man. We're gonna have to get you on the show really super soon. But the thing that I wanted to point out is his Twitter handle is the best. Have you guys noticed what Justin Whang's is?
Yes.
It's at hot Pikachu sex.
That's so.
Yes, dude. That's fucking dope as fuck.
Oh, we got it. Hang on, we got him past the 5,000 mark.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I love this man
Good
already.
for us.
We all of us have to be best friends from now on. This is just what's gonna happen.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
America, the old red, white, and blue. I love you, America, and everyone in you. Wow! I love you, men. I love you, women. I love straights and I love gays.
I just keep wanting people to pelt her with Pepsis.
Huh?
I just keep wanting to see people start pelting her with Pepsis, unopened Pepsis.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what's really funny is that the place where they're filming this, it's either the Warner Brothers lot or the Fox lot, and because like,
And they were only able to get one kind of brown guy for this particular scene.
well, not to out my dad or anything, but my dad works for 20th Century Fox, and I think I've walked through that set. I think I've been there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah.
Just from places far away.
One brown
I
guy.
love you if you're Haitian or Korean or
What?
Irish. I love that you're Mexican, and I love that you're from
North Carolina.
I don't need you. I don't need you to love us that we're Mexican, lady. Like that's not the virtue of being Mexican. Like our culture has something to offer.
The virtue of being Mexican is that we're not from Texas or California.
The virtue of being Mexican is that everything that we make in the kitchen is delicious.
I know
That's it.
until we take it and fucking appropriate it for a food truck, man.
Yeah.
I'm honestly
into it.
amazed you're here and you're not outraged at the fact that Jeff allows himself to live near a city where that kind of thing happened.
Dude, do not even get me started on that shit. Oh my god.
Love America! And Asians too. I love Latinos, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and the Jews.
Wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm listing kinds of people. I'm categorizing human beings and putting them into little individual boxes. I mean, whether I mean it or not, I'm part of the problem.
Here comes where everything is gonna turn into absolute shit.
Okay.
I love you, mailman person. I love you, bus driver too. I love you, police officer.
Oh, that's easy for me to say. I mean, I can walk into any encounter with the police assuming they're gonna serve and protect me. That's my luxury. That's called white privilege.
There you go.
Sarah! Oh my god! For a girl who grew up in a
Ladies
state
ones.
with next to no black people and then just moved out to LA after you made it happen in New York, it's almost like you think you know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Never mind. We won't discuss what your life in Bedford was like and how pissy you got at those contractors when they were putting in your hardwood floors because it didn't look quite right when they were putting it in and they had to tell you that you needed to leave so they could finish.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it looked like.
It's a very small state.
Oh,
It's a very small state.
She's about to blue pill us on the police state. Here we go.
You know, a few years ago, I was sitting around and I go, wow, there's a real epidemic of cops murdering unarmed black teenagers. And then I realized that's not an epidemic. That's how it's always been. I'm just aware of it now because of social media. And I was so f***ing ashamed. And I just want to be a good ally. How can I be
She's gonna ask.
a good ally?
It's not my job to teach you how to be a good ally.
Right. No, I know, you're right, of course. But there's no way I can know unless someone whose
I want-
experience I could never understand is willing to.
Sarah.
I want to
seriously?
see.
Take a class or something. I'm busy. I'm not all black people. I'm just me.
Here's the thing I hate about this video. It comes so close to awareness.
Yeah.
And then it just steps back a few times. I want to see Sarah Silverman actually ask, your average, and I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say like mid to late 30s, maybe early 40s black woman.
Yeah, not an actress. Ask
Not
an
an actress.
actual like real black person. Ask a real black person.
Look at the straight up look of fucking bewilderment in their face when this like rich ass bitch is like, I want to be a good ally. Like, bitch to who?
Yeah, what to me? Are you gonna let me ask you a question here, Sarah Silverman. Are you gonna magically like make the cops stop being total dickheads to us? How are you gonna do that? That's incredible.
Flavius Julanius there just said hashtag blacks are subjects. You know what? I think Anita Sarkeesian needs to take serious issue with Sarah Silverman's video, because she is in this very scene here not only objectifying a black woman, but also then reinforcing the notion that a black woman is simply there to tell you that you need to find your own path.
Well, not only that too, but like the very notion of how social justice works, the very notion of how social justice works, and the dynamic behind the white ally and the black person infers that there's going to be an automatic assumption of how a black person is going to respond, and that is intrinsically fucking racist. It's fucking racist to be like, all black people are going to want white people to do this. Well, you're making an assumption on somebody based upon their race.
Yeah.
That's racist as fuck. Like,
Absolutely.
what the fuck?
And
Like,
there is a thing, like speaking as a minority in this country, there is absolutely a mindset of like, hey, we can figure this out as a people and as a community. We have the capacity to educate future generations and to create intergenerational mobility by helping the in-group and by like ensuring that we leave something for the progeny, resources and access that we didn't have in our generation, and we can move up and we can do this ourselves because we have agency, because we're individuals, because we're not lesser than. You don't need to coddle us, right? I mean, like that's what I'm thinking. And so this is why, like, I don't see them as the more compassionate people that they perceive themselves to be, because they are truly pigeonholing these minority figures in this country who have all the capacity to improve their lives and to change their communities and to create long, successful generations in their families. It's just that they think that for whatever reason, like our skin color and our background restricts us from doing that, when all we need to do is make better choices as individuals, and we can get there. But we don't need Sarah Silverman to tell us that we're lesser than, or imply that we're lesser than, or imply that we all think the same way because it fits with her narrative that white people are evil and black people are, and Mexican people and whoever people of color are in need of their rescue.
yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Not
Go ahead.
Not every Mexican out there has hair that can cascade in that way. Okay? So you can't go speaking on behalf of all Mexicans. Maybe some of them would like Sarah Silverman to come up and be like, how can I help you? That way they can be like, you got like $1,000?
Hey, you got like $1,000,
Hollywood is obsessed with easy answers. Hollywood is always going to be obsessed with easy answers, and
I think honestly, man, I think Sarah Silverman just needs to give every Chicano out there just just like a solid G, you know?
Yeah, 5 pesos.
Just like a solid G to every one of them Chicanos out there.
Yeah,
they can really take that and make it work.
Échame una cerveza, güey.
Listen, man, every one of them is like only fucking man. They're only like what? They're only like $1,000 away from owning their own landscape company, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like that stripper at the strip club I always go to. She's like really close to making her tuition for the dental school, man.
I'm like, I'm starting my own business, man. With
America,
it's not a pyramid scheme.
Been making jokes, but honestly, Sarah Silverman, if you're watching, and I know you are, because there aren't many of us semi-celebrities from New Hampshire.
She watches every show.
I know. I want you to make this pledge to me. I want you to actually go out to all of the strip clubs here in New Hampshire, all 2 of them. So it's not going to cost you that much. But every one of those girls deserves a dental school tuition on you.
Yeah, and you're filthy fucking rich, so make that happen.
you're filthy rich. Like you bitched at people. Yeah, the people that you bitched at when your like hardwood floors were being installed in your home, those people were lower than the black actress that you pretended to be confused in front of. So Consider that. Just buy all the strippers dental school, and I'm going to call it even.
Yeah,
Hollywood is obsessed with easy answers. They're obsessed with easy answers. They want the easy answers to be able to fight whatever type of thing that's going to be the most trendy. Once you get into the type of Hollywood celebrity, it becomes kind of a drug, and you need whatever it is that's going to elevate you to the next level of people's adoration, people's envy that they are not you. And one of the best ways to do that is to take on the plight of the persecuted or the oppressed, and it doesn't really matter what it is. The thing is, you cannot, as a Hollywood celebrity, say, well, hey, there's this problem in society. It's really terrible, and there are no easy answers. You can't say that. You can't say that as a fucking celebrity. You can't say, here's a problem that we have in society, and there's not an easy solution. There are just a lot of really difficult things we need to get through. You can't say that. As a celebrity, you have to say, here's a problem in society. This is how we fix it, guys. Yeah. Oh, by the way, buy Gwyneth Paltrow's latest goopy bullshit pseudoscience. This is gonna leave your cancer kind of shit.
You have to appear in a commercial, and you have to say the solution to the problem, the simple solution, and then two other actors after like a quick cut right after you will say the same sentence.
Exactly.
Right after you. That's how it works in Hollywood.
That's how it fucking works in Hollywood. And none of this has anything to do with people.
White privilege.
yeah, and none of this has anything to do with actually helping people. It doesn't have anything to do with actually trying to make a societal change. Like, none of these people give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about race. They don't give a fuck about any of these types of things. This is all bullshit. Sarah Silverman, the rest of Hollywood are a bunch of fucking disingenuous fucking cocksuckers trying to like and they're trying to profit off of the fucking racial tensions. They don't give a fuck about healing it. If they heal it, they can't make money off of it. They don't give a fuck about. Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Well, you know what? Hey, you know what? On that note, though, we have now plowed through our format.
I'm getting triggered, Nick. I'm getting triggered. I'm really upset.
We're gonna take Jeff here off into Triggered Land, off in offline hangout mode, where Jeff will basically actually probably destroy his own garage door with Leroy simply to prove a point. It'll be embarrassing, and unfortunately, we cannot honestly promise any video from it. That being the case,
fucked up. Let's check out our stream.
On behalf of,
no, hang on. We got
some more money. So Chinese Jeff here. And don't read it in a racist sort of accent. That would be hilarious.
I'm not gonna do that.
Super Cat Panda Express.
Goodbye, monetization. It was a lovely time.
Pokemon Fetishist says, it was a quote from Sean Connery in Zardoz. I've seen men rape an old crippled woman in a wet... Oh, from Zardoz! Have you guys seen the movie Zardoz?
Oh.
No.
I had that on my leg one time.
Okay. So, Sean Connery, in a post-apocalyptic future, and he's wearing like this mankini thing, and everybody is all worshipping the art of the gun. And there's a giant floating like stone head that talks about like...
Prequel, so it was a prequel to Equilibrium, is what you're saying?
No. This is what happens when somebody takes too much Datura in the 70s and tries to make a fucking video, like a movie. It was really fucked up. Zardoz is an incredible film. Also, Pokemon Fetishist, melt the elderly into one giant elderly. It's a good idea.
Great idea. See, this is the kind of policy that I live for.
Yeah, they're really just like candles when you get down to it, you know.
Jesus.
Just letting everybody know, this is the last of the Streamlabs, last of the Super Chats. So, get them in now, but like once I'm done reading, I'm done reading.
Yeah, if you keep sending us money, that'll just be money you send us.
Just makes me angry.
Jables Wiggly says, "Oh shit, I know the cringe before you show it. Let me overdose you now, please." He knew it was coming. Pokemon Fetishist, all Nick wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't get hit by one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12 Blaze Girl, hey Real, love your stuff.
Come true.
Hey Real, love your stuff. I'm doing Sugar Skull makeup for Halloween, and my university is pretty social justice warrior. Can I get a Latino pass from you so I'm good to go?
Tell them that the most fucking gangsta cholo, like in the Inland Empire of California, gives you a pass. You tell them I said that.
Straight the fuck up. There you go. You got a pass. Pokemon Fetishist, if the wall is built, that giraffe-necked motherfucker will be lifting them over. Oh, from the Antifa, guy, the weird with the dude with the weird neck.
Oh, I thought she was talking about the Sarah Silverman. I thought.
Oh. God. Alex Blackfoot.
Eat an apple
I like
too.
the Jews too, baked into pies. Wait a minute.
Oh my God!
Oh boy. Oh,
Getting
no.
into black coffee dark territory.
I hope those are pork pies.
Richard Johnson 955 says, "Cheers, Raiden. Cheers to you, buddy." Egalitarian says, "Cummies for the eagle kin, cummies for everyone." Indeed, cummies for us all.
Cummies, one and all.
Cummies,
So
one and
with
all.
that,
No, hang on. We're not done
Oh,
yet.
more.
We're not
Oh
done
yeah,
yet.
we're not done.
We're not done yet.
Damn it! All of this.
There's only
money,
one
Jeff.
more. Baron Von Cut and Paste says, "Social justice uses the word ally in the same way the Romans did. We own you, bitch. Praise the format and Chatelet, my dudes. Chatelet teams."
Format. I'd like to leave you all with one final thought tonight.
Please.
Statistically, somebody has in completion masturbated to this show. I just want you all to think about that for the rest of the night.
Excellent. I hope so. That'd be great. I hope that happens at least every show.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
statistically, it's happened at least once.
With that, we're all done. This is the end of it. This is the final countdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have been your YouTube Saints. I am Jeff Holidays, also known as the low rent, no talent Post Malone. My partner in grime is Wizard of Cause, Nick.
PewDiePie without the money.
PewDiePie
And
without the money.
I'm Harvey Weinstein without the charm.
Everybody, go sub to Hi, I Think I'm Real. Everybody, go sub to Whang, Justin Whang, keeping it fucking real. Go sub to all the beautiful, fucking amazing, talented musical artists that we have featured for our intro music and our outro music tonight. Connor, I know you're still watching. Buddy, this is for you. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night.
Assoluto cosmico, regolare in realtà. Respiro di un'immagine, sintonia di civiltà. Confuse progenia di cellule ribelli. Volve verso l'universo, lancio versero. Se si stelle fate vedere, io mi fermerò. Oh, Saturday, la mia libertà. Saturday, oh no! Oh, Saturday, oh sono realtà! Saturday, oh no! Follow nella mia vita, no, non è finita, io mi fermerò! Trovi le mie vele, nel cielo in fondo al mare, io ti crederò! Saturday, la mia libertà. Saturday, oh no. Oh, Saturday, oh sono realtà. Saturday, oh no. Follow nella mia vita, no, non è finita, io mi fermerò. Trovi le mie vele, nel cielo in fondo al mare, io ti crederò. Armonia metallica, concreta realtà. Videoclip elettronico, il loro di civiltà. Confuse progenia di cellule ribelli. Volve verso l'universo, lancio versero. Saturday, by temedere, io mi fermerò. Oh, Saturday, Saturday, la mia libertà. Saturday, Saturday, oh no. Oh, Saturday, Saturday, oh sono realtà. Saturday, Saturday, oh no. Saturday, Saturday, la mia libertà. Saturday, Saturday, oh no. Oh, Saturday, Saturday, oh sono realtà. Saturday, Saturday, oh no. Solo nella mia vita, no, non è finita. Io mi fermerò. Giorni le mie belle, nel cielo in fondo al mare. Io ti credo.